So, all right, let me get this pulled up real quickly. We're going to do a little bit of chatting in the beginning, and we are going to do some updates before we go live. So, the matches are coming up very soon. All right, let me get this. Oh, it's doing it again. The stupid. Pulled up real quickly. Chatting in the beginning. I think this is what fixed it last time. There's something going on with the audio, so I had to make sure that we can get live. So, the matches are coming up very soon. Gotta get my stream caught up. It's doing it again. The stupid. I think this is what fixed it last time. There's something going on with the audio. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that fixed it. We're good to go. We are going to be going live very, very, very soon. Lil Chris, I think I fixed it, so I need to make sure I muted my phone, so it's going to hopefully get going pretty soon. We are going to get started very, very soon. I need to get some updates. The winner of the Poison Jump Break Cue from last time was John. Let me make sure I try to get as close to pronouncing his last name correctly. John Masika, I think that's right. Let me check. Yeah, John Masika is the winner of the Poison Jump Break Cue right here. This went to the highest donation of all, and of course we can mess around with this cue a little bit because we're going to be giving away another one today. So we can, of course, it's a jump break cue. Mess around with the joints, joint protectors off. Threads in like this so you have your break cue. But of course it comes apart right here and you have yourself your jump cue. But the cool thing about this is the butt actually threads into the shaft as well. So you can have a longer jump cue as well. As you can see, there are about, I don't know, maybe 5 inches more or so of length here for that. So that's, we're going to be giving away another one of these. This one was the prize for today. So congratulations to John Masika. You won yourself one of these things. That is very generous of you to support us like that. This is the one we're going to be giving away today. So this is going to go for the largest individual donation. It does not have to be all at once. It could be in, if $50 gets the winning bid, it could be in 10 increments of $5, right? So it doesn't matter. They all stack on each other. I have a spreadsheet, of course, which I always like to show you guys that I actually have it. So let's see here. I gotta update it. But you can see in here that it exists. We have every single donation from the entire time, so that we do that so that we can always verify that if you reach out to me and say, hey, did you get my donation? I could go in there and actually verify for you whether or not it's in there, and then you know that when we do give the cues away, we do the drawings for them, that they're in there and they exist. And that is like a... okay, that's better. Okay, good. So that is how we do things at the Cue It Up podcast. We make sure that everything's transparent. You always know that your donations are counted and appreciated. And my cat doesn't want to be in here anymore, apparently. So that's how we do this. This is going to be the cue that is given away for today. This will go for free to whoever the highest donator is for the day. Okay, so that's where we're at there. We are also going to be giving away, of course, and I should have probably had this in here a long time ago, so I'll do this. I hope this is the right one right here. It is. Cool. All right, so this is also going to be the 3 cues we are giving away. At the end of the playoffs, we have a beautiful Shane Van Boning pearlescent Cuetec Q. This is the same exact one Shane Van Boning actually plays with. The middle Q is a custom Jacoby Q. Another beautiful Q. It's called the HB4. And then the Q on the right is a Predator Roadline, a limited edition Predator Roadline. Another fantastically beautiful Q. All donations that you do from the start to the end of the playoffs are going to be going towards these 3 Qs. Obviously, these are the ones we want to win because they're amazing. But the poison jumps are actually really good too. They're sneaky good for they're very sneaky good for the quality. So this is the one tomorrow. It is valued at like $200, I think, about $200 for these things. So other than that, please give this a share. We are going to be going live in about 5 to 10 minutes, somewhere along there. And yeah, we would love to be able to start out with 200 viewers or something like that. So of course, I'm Nate. In case you have never seen my content before, I am putting the event on with Jim Telfer. So here I am. I'm, I guess, running all the stuff with this neat little setup we have here. I guess putting a face to the voice, I guess is probably the right way of putting it. Other than that, Jessica Westbrook, you donated today. Yes, you did. It was extremely generous. Thank you so much. You're always one of the biggest supporters we have here, and we really appreciate it. We really appreciate you. And then one more thing before I get out of here and get the players 100% set up. We are still doing our East versus West matchup that is going to be happening very soon. So I do want to plug that. That is starting the day after this event. So it'll be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of this week. It is starting every single day, I believe at 1 o'clock Central. So 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock Eastern, U.S., 8 o'clock Central European time. Every day it's going to start at the same exact time. Let me pull up the poster so that you guys can see it. Let's do a little bit of work here. Oh, that's not plugged in now. So we do this. I ad-lib some more words to make myself not sound quite like an idiot while I find it. Blah, 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 blah. Say something interesting to keep everybody engaged. And here we are. This is our poster for the event. As you can see, we have... Jesus, this thing's big. Okay, so we'll throw this over here to the side, make it bigger. We have, of course, Kelly Fisher and Wei Su Chen. This was Kelly Fisher's idea. She got with Wei Wei, and they loved the idea over in Taiwan, so they put together a team. You can see here in the middle, we have all 3 co-brothers. Over here on the right, we have Chris Melling, Alexander Kazakis, Denis Grabe, I gotta really practice this. Vizchek Shevchik, and then Fuchi Wei. I gotta really practice these names before we get going. But it's going to be a fantastic event. Again, it's going to be free. We are going to be streaming it every single day from right here on the podcast page, the one that you're on. Make a notification in your phone. Do whatever you need to do. This one's going to be a fantastic event. So, other than that, that's all I got for right away. We're going to get started very soon with Vizchek and Fedor Gorst. So do not go away. We're going to be back in probably 5 minutes. I just got to make sure that I get all the players set up and everybody's ready to go, and then we'll be right back. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please, please, please give it a share again. Help us get it out there, and we're about to start. So don't go anywhere. All right, is everybody ready to rock? Jim, are you here? Is anybody here? Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Anybody? And we are back for the first round of the Cuetec Playoffs, the quarterfinals. This is going to be a match between Fedor Gorst and Vyšek Ševčík. Jim Telfer is in the booth with me today. Jim, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited. It's getting down to the nitty gritty now. Big money on the line. Every win is worth doubling your money, basically. So these guys are looking in shape. I've been watching them warming up. They're looking good, and we're in for some cracking matches. And this one's pretty good to start with.
Yeah, we have two matches back to back today. This is going to be the first one. The second one is going to be between Alexander Kazakis and Tyler Steyer. Going to be another cracking match right there. I guess we can basically get started with this match. So, Fedor, would you like to call the coin flip?
He took his earpods out. He can't hear you.
Okay, then Vyšek, you get the coin flip.
And he's on mute.
Well, both players are on mute. Whoever unmutes themselves first gets the call.
Heads it is.
Heads it is. All right. Hey, Siri.
Pozwajcie.
Flip a coin.
Tails.
Tails it is. Fedor, would you like to go first or second? He's pumping his fist.
He's fist pumping already. He's fist pumping. He thinks that's it. I've won now because I'm just going to run 9 in a row and Wojtek can't do anything about it. So I'm guessing Fedor will probably take the first break.
I don't know. If Fedor does not walk up to his table to break in the next 5 seconds, he is giving it to Vyšek. He is breaking.
That. There he goes.
He heard that at least.
Okay, we're off and running. Race to 9. Alternate break.
Race to 9. Alternate break.
Yeah. If let's say, because Fedor's starting, if he gets to 9 and Wojtek is still on 8, Wojtek will get the chance to level it. They have to have played the same amount of frames or racks. So it's not that Fedor gets a huge advantage by going first.
No, I think it's more or less just setting the match off right and putting the pressure on your opponent right away, which works out great as long as you do it.
As long as you do it.
Yeah.
The advantage comes if you do go to a sudden death, that you get the first shot, that you can really put the pressure on your opponent, knowing that he has to run. So it's a decent break, but the 2 ball looks to be a bit dodgy there. I think he can make it into the centre pocket. Yeah, he's just looking there to get on it. He only needs to really get on it. The 3 ball's hanging over the top right-hand corner there, so he won't have to do anything with the white.
So I think just a little bit of a back cut, let the cue ball drift naturally. You probably want to try to drift the cue ball naturally to the left side of the tent, just so you don't potentially get hooked. But that's going to have to be quite a bit of angle to do that. So I think he might just drift down just to the... Jesus, Jim. You've been yelling at the players all tournament to put your phone on Do Not Disturb, and look at you go right away.
Yeah, well, okay, thank you. Bye.
Jeez. Rookie move.
Sorry, my bad.
Rookie move, Jim. You've been yelling at the players all tournament. Turn your phone on Do Not Disturb, and look at you go right away.
Yeah, I know. I suck at this.
Not great.
Not great. I know. I've let you down. I've let everybody. I've let myself down. I've let my family down. Yeah, I'll punish myself later.
Well, don't leave your country out of this. You let your country down too. You represent your country in the Dutch national championships.
Yeah, it's true. Let them down again. Not the first time.
So we're having a little bit of a discussion on how to get the sharer above your name. And I think Jessica Westbrook just nailed it. I think that's exactly how it happens. Hules Mortensen, hopefully I pronounced that right. They said that they've been sharing all of the days, but the share has not come up above their name. So that might be the reason why. Shout out to Jay Garrison out there in the stream. He is calling Fedor and Tyler as the winners. I'm telling you what, there might be a favorite in both of these matches, but every single one of these 4 competitors are battle proven and tested. Any one of these 4 players could win this tournament, not just to mention these matches.
Exactly. Either of these 4 players, 2 of these 4 are going to go through. And to be honest, it wouldn't really be a surprise. It doesn't matter who it is. You can't really call it a surprise because they're all very, very capable. And Federer's come a little bit funny here to get position onto the 8.
Yeah, he might have to take.
Might just have to roll this in and take the cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, just roll it in, take the cut on the 8.
It's a brutal one right here. Goran thinks that you're going to win, Jimbo.
Don't waste your money, Goran.
I'll take that bet.
Yeah, I know a lot of people.
Federer missed the 7 there. Ooh.
So he decided to go first, but yeah.
All right,
it was
so we're
an unfortunate little kiss he got there. Cuetec, Szewczak, over in Poland.
I think the order of the cameras has gone a little awry because my feeds are not how they should be. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of work now. We can start with this.
Yeah, let's see how Wojtek takes this.
That's
looking to make the 4 in the left centre, the 5 in the right centre, and the 7 and the 9, 4 rails into their adjacent pockets there in the bottom left and right. Didn't make the balls in the centre, and is he going to make? He's got a nice little kick there on the 7 that's taking him down into the opposite corner from what you would expect. But as long as the ball goes down, you get your ball in hand, you can go from there. So a chance for Wojtek to take advantage from Federer's uncharacteristic miss there. It's going to be positioned from the 2 to the 3. It's going to be the shot. He may elect to just screw back off the 1 ball here and play a combination 2-6 into the corner, which then makes his position from the 2 to the 3 maybe slightly easier, because he does have traffic if he gets on the wrong angle on the 2 where it's sitting just now to get back up to the 3 ball. The only problem with that shot, playing the combination of the 2, it's very easy to make the 2 after the 6, and then you have no position on the 3. He's got a few little choices here to make. Good view of Wojtek's grip on his backhand there. You can see how loose he holds the cue. Very relaxed.
Tends to be the way that the pros
It's
play.
good. Yep, it's a good tip for amateur players. Don't be gripping the cue too hard. Have a nice loose grip.
It helps out.
Well, he hasn't played position on the 3, so he needs us to. Yeah, he's played it well. Made sure the 2 didn't follow it in.
I think he got just a little bit thin on it. I think he should be okay, but
I think he's perfect.
He's not going to be able to get his cue ball up above the 10 ball very easily now. It looks.
Yeah.
Maybe
he's got plenty. He's got plenty of room to get between the 5 and the 8 ball.
I'm taking another look at it. The 8 ball's a good inch off the rail, so
it's just a left-hand side here, and he'll float up in between.
Needs to get between the 8 and the 5. Perfectly done. Perfectly done.
4's hanging over the middle pocket, so he may struggle to hold it there for the.
Yeah, I was going to say the 4 balls, as we can see from the side view, the 4 ball is not nearly as hanging as you suggested it might be there. That's.
Yeah, from where the 3 is, it's fine, but now he's got the angle he's got is a little bit more than he wanted, so he's going to be coming down table with the white slightly, which makes it a cut on the 5, on the 4. So it may be that he just decides to float off and take it into the corner.
Yeah, in between the 8 and the 4 ball. I think that's probably the best shot.
Yeah, that's what he's going for.
Just needs to get
just
past
don't get over the 8.
You got just past.
That's fine now. That's perfect. Yep.
So Jim, why don't you take us through some of the cues that can be won while I do a little bit of work on this back end here.
Well, yeah. If you would like to donate to the stream, all the money will go back to the players. There should be a pinned post in the comments of the ways that you can donate. For every $5 that you donate, your name will go into. You will get 1 ticket in the raffle, which will be made at the end of the tournament, where there's 3 fantastic cues that are up for grabs. All 3 will go. You may even win all 3 yourself if you put more than $5 in. One of them is a Predator Road Line, very beautiful cue, white and blue Predator Road Line. We have a Jacoby Custom worth $1,100, I believe.
$1,200.
And of course, $1,200. And of course, with this being the Cuetec Playoffs, we have the Shane Van Boning Cuetec cue. Very good cue. If it's good enough for Shane, it's good enough for anybody. So these 3 cues will all be up for grabs. And we also have, as a little bonus, for the highest donator, and it could be a number of donations that you make built up, for the highest donator for today, there will be a poison break jump cue. Nice looking cues. Today we have a white one. We've got red ones, green ones, white ones. Today we have a white one. So not only, if you're the highest donator of the day, not only are you guaranteed to win yourself a poison jump break, but you will also have a lot of tickets and a lot of chances to win one or maybe more of those 3 fantastic cues that we have up for grabs at the end of the tournament. So it's worth donating. All the donations go back to the players. Myself and Nate are not making any money out of this. Well, actually, I'm going to make a little bit of money out of this tournament because I reached the quarterfinal. So, but we will not be making any money out of the donations. And yeah, so donate. If you like the stream, like and share it, please. Share. Let's get it out there as much as possible. We'll be checking up on the comments on the Facebook stream.
Certainly,
and
if
you've got share above your name, I'll answer your questions. If you don't have share, I might have to ignore you. Sharing is caring.
Well, to be honest, what we'll do is we'll answer your question, but we'll publicly shame you because that's what we do here.
Yes,
we answer your questions, but we make sure that we publicly shame you while doing it. That's kind of the thing we have going with Jim and I.
Yeah, we'll make you feel small. Oh, a dry break from Federer.
Wow.
So WashTech is getting an early opportunity here to.
So we'll take this opportunity to run an ad to keep the sponsors happy. All right, WizCheck, you are up for your next opportunity. Is this dry too? Is this 7-ball gonna? This is dry, so over to Fedor we go. I am working on getting this pin post out there. And Jim, we actually do have to take a second here. Well, first off, before we get back, I saw a name in here that I need to give a shout out to. Well, are you? There, we have a pinned post. I need to give a shout out to John Masika. John, you won yourself the Poison Jump Break Cue. I don't know if you were here in the beginning for it, but I figured I would let you know now. You have won it for today, so congratulations. I'm working on it. Once it's a comment, you gotta pin it. So there you go, Jim. Quit yelling at me. Pretty difficult from the 1 to the 2. I think he's settling for the bank here. And his 7-ball's his 7-ball's gonna have to hold the cue ball for a long 3, but the 4's in a good spot. So you'll have to bear down and make the 3-ball, but you won't have to worry too much for positioning on the 4.
So I don't know how much time or how much time he's had on it. If it plays differently from his other table that he's playing on.
Oh, nicely done. Look at this shot.
Wow, and he avoided everything.
Wow.
What a shot that is.
You think that's a shot for somebody who wants to win?
Yeah, it'll get you on the highlight reel, but you need another 6 balls if you want to get your point. Apparently, it says we can't hear Jim.
You are good.
Oh, okay.
It has been corrected already.
So all that stuff I said, all that good advice, nobody heard it.
No, it was just about a minute's worth. Don't worry, the rest of it's there. Just remember, Jim, I can meet you in many different ways. Doesn't just have to be through Zoom.
No. Kelly Fisher in the house. Hi, Kelly. How are you doing?
Yeah. So looking at the shot here, he takes the mask off. This must be a big stroke shot here. He's going to have to probably go up table 2 rails into the top, around the top right pocket to come down in between the 7 and 10. Oh, okay, so he had enough to draw it out. Nicely done there.
Chris Patient, all right, Pidge. How are you? Brian Wu. Hi, Brian. Thanks all for watching. Please give us a share. Share. Get it out there as much as we can. 138 viewers at the moment. Let's get this pumped up over the 200. This is a massive match, Federer against Wojtek. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there want to see it. Let's get this shared and make sure they've got access to it.
Absolutely. And we do need to give a shout out to Jay Lataputi as well. It is his birthday today, Jim. What did you get him?
I haven't insulted him today.
Well, that's about as good as you could ask for, I think.
Yeah, that's about it, really. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Jay.
It is his birthday.
21 again.
He's 21 again, huh? Tyler, Fedor is getting himself out of a really nice rack here. This was not easy to start with.
People on the stream saying they can barely hear me. Probably not a bad thing, but...
They can barely hear you. Well, I can turn your audio levels up.
Okay, so Federer's going to get out. He missed in the first rack, then had a dry break in the second. And he gets out in the third. That levels up at 1-1, but Wojtek still has a frame in hand as Federer started this match.
So we
go back over to Poland. Race to 9, remember? Still a long way to go. See how Wojtek gets on with his break. He had, in his first rack, he made a ball, but it was a bit of a random ball. It wasn't one of the standard ones, and he got dry in his second. So he's not quite found the speed or the sweet spot yet. And there his balls go high on the middle pocket again, which indicates maybe he put a little bit draw on that ball, or he just he's dry again.
Dry break. So this knots it up both with the amount of innings as well as the overall points. So back over to Fedor.
Both played 3. The score is 1-1. That's it. If you're not making balls in the break, you're not getting your opportunities to make your points. It can be quite brutal. Federer's. Ooh, I thought that white was just going to get a little nudge there from the 9 ball.
Oh, the 8 ball covered up
and
the 3.
And I was just going to say,
the 9 ball covered up the 2.
8.
So
that 2 is coming there all the time.
Yeah.
The 2 is landing there all the time.
So not only can
if he doesn't,
if the 2 ball was in a better spot, you might be able to go at the 8 ball and try to clip off the left side of it right now to open up the 3 ball, but you really got to put a lot of emphasis on getting onto this 2 ball good. So it doesn't really do you any good to do that.
If Federer continues to get that 2 ball tracking into the same area every time, it wouldn't surprise me if he changes his spot on his break, because I'm sure he's got more than one place he can place the white where he gives himself a good chance of making a ball with his break. But for some reason, this angle that he's using just now, with his break is knocking that 2-ball in a dodgy position every single time. So it wouldn't surprise me if he changed up his break at some stage. He's getting some tougher acts at the moment.
Either that or hitting the balls a little bit harder or a little bit softer. Look at this beautiful draw stroke with the angle to go right at the 8-ball. Wow.
Yeah, he can definitely disturb them here.
I don't even think he needs to do anything. I think he just hit a center ball hit or slightly above center and go right at the. I think it's going to hit
he has
just
to
a
come
3-ball.
real first. I think it comes real first. I don't think he hits the 3-ball. I think he goes real first and behind them.
I think he probably. I mean, it's hard to tell, but I'm thinking he's hitting off, if not the right side of the 3-ball.
I'm not sure if he can directly contact it. Maybe, yeah.
He's deciding. Maybe you might be right here, and he doesn't think that he's going to go straight into the ball. So maybe he's looking at whether or not he wants to shoot that. That's 3 by the 8.
Maybe he's looking to see if he can make it via the rail. I mean, the position that he needs is on the 5-ball up in the top right corner, so he doesn't have to put any sort of stroke on the 3. So it would just be a case of just rolling at pocket speed. It may be that he can make it without disturbing them.
Jim, you have a question in the comments if you want to answer it, but you'll have to decide because there's no share above his name. I'm very disappointed in you, Evan.
Evan Broxmeyer. Jim, any part of Europe 100% open yet? No, not really. Everybody's got their own restrictions at the moment. Netherlands, where I am at the moment, is probably one of the worst areas in Europe at the moment, and everything's starting to shut down. There'll be a new announcement on Tuesday, I think, which will even be more restricted than what it already is, I think. So, no, I think the country that's handling it probably the best at the moment is Italy. They got hit with it first in Europe, and they got hit with it hardest, so they've reacted, and now, everybody realises how serious it is over there. I think in some other countries, people don't actually realise how serious it is, and they choose to ignore it. So, good shot there from Federer.
Oh, nice shot there. Beautiful shot there. This is another fantastic out that he's a little bit fortunate maybe that the 8-ball didn't have even a tenth of a more rotation. I think that shot right there wouldn't have been on.
It's also the fact that he's got the 5-ball hanging over the pocket there as well. He didn't have to play any sort of position. If he had to hit that slightly harder, then the pot might not have been on.
So, Carl Kramer, I know you've been sharing because I've been seeing your stuff actually around in some of the groups. But
this looks speedy.
Oh, that's gonna. He's okay. He's okay. So what Jessica Westbrook suggested, Carl, was that if you share the post and make it public, not to just your friends, but public, then it'll show you as a share. So that could be the issue.
And then we'll be more than happy to speak to you.
Well, we'll be happy to speak to you no matter what. We're just going to shame you while doing it. Yes, Kyle Boutte, that was very naive.
Knife shot. We'll maybe he's speaking Russian. Maybe it's Russian and
All in good fun, Kyle.
Okay, 169 people watching. That's good. Get this pumped up. Let's get more people in here. More people for me and Nate to have fun with.
Well, a little bit.
Okay, so this is going to be. You can't do anything with it. He's either playing for the top right-hand bag or he's playing for the right centre.
Yeah, I think he'll probably try to draw it back about. He only needs to get it back about 4 inches to where that side pocket starts becoming pretty trivial. 6 inches would be ideal. 4 inches would be fine. 8 inches would be fine. And he hit it 4.
That's pretty good.
So pretty good, yes. Take a good look at the side view.
That'll do it, I think. So this will take Federer into a 2-1 lead. Wojtek still with 1 rack in hand. Federer started the match, so.
Hey, look at Carl. Carl joined the share.
Oh, look at Carl Kramer with his sharer above his name.
What a guy. He's been supporting the stream quite a bit too. He's been great for this event. Gary Fairchild says shared. So if you want the share above your name too, so we can give you a shout out and praise you, you probably need to follow the same thing that Jessica outlined.
Mike Gaines is looking for some suggestions for lunch.
You can never go
I
wrong
would just say
with lasagna.
with beer and pool. Beer and pool. That's it.
Lasagna and wine.
Liquid lunch. Oh, look at this. The way that 8-ball's covered that too.
It does.
Oh, that's a horrible way.
yeah,
That's a horrible way to start. He doesn't really have any sort of natural way down.
I think the 2-ball goes by the 10. I think it goes by into that pocket. If you look at the side angle.
Do you think he can get? Can he get the angle to make it from with the 8 in the way?
Well, I think with the side angle, if you take a look at the side angle, you can see that the 2-ball is a little bit ahead of the 8-ball. So I think it should be okay.
Okay. Well, we'll know when we see where this white ball lands. If he just screws in between the rail and the 9.
Yep, and that's what he's doing. And he's plenty far
enough. He's overrun it.
Plenty far enough. So now he's going to have to probably kick and try to bank the 8-ball, maybe. I mean, it's just getting things moving at this point. Is the 2-ball could carry him off the 8 into the side. He actually can't even really get to it.
It might still be makeable. I think it might be makeable. I think it's one of those. If you hit it, you make it.
I think it's one of those. I think he's going to overcut it. Is what it is. He might be able to make it off the 10 ball.
Yeah, maybe.
The cue ball could be thrown at the 6 ball. Possible to pot the 6 ball into the side pocket. Regardless, if it doesn't, you should be banking it up into the 5 and 7 and 9. Maybe you get a lucky kickoff of something. Of course, this is all slop. So.
One of these, you're just trying to make this. Really, you're just trying to make it, and you just hope your white comes out somewhere where you've got some sort of shot. There's no position play involved here.
Oh, he could make it beautifully done.
He's made it, and look at this.
He's going to get a cross on it, though.
Well, he's got at least a bank. It might be that he can thin it in, but I would say probably bank so you control the white a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think so as well. You can bank it at pocket speed, and your cue ball will come, I think, naturally. It might even go into the 9 ball. And if you go into the 9 ball, you can hold for the 5 into the side pocket. It's a little bit tough to tell. Maybe we can get a better look from the side view. Yeah, I think the bank, your cue ball might go in between the 7 and 9.
Kinga says that Mike should have burgers. I like your style, Kinga. Burgers, yes.
That's the American answer right there.
That's the American answer. Burgers.
Oh, no.
And he's come up short with the bank.
And
unfortunate.
All right, so back over to Fedor.
So it's 2-1 to Fedor. They both played 4 racks.
I need to update Fedor's score. Good to go.
I just love Fedor's pool room.
It's so
Apparently
beautiful.
it's a bit of a private club. You've got to be a member to get in there. You can't just walk in off the street.
Well, from some of the people that I see playing in the background, I'm pretty sure that they did just walk in off the street. Watching them play pool is cringeworthy.
And he's made the 4 ball.
The 2.
And again, that 2, the 2's left open. I think he hit that slightly softer, like you said in the last one. Maybe just change the speed.
The 3 ball.
That's opened up his 2 ball for him. Where does the 3 go? Does it go past the 8?
I think the 3
Let's
passes
have a look
the
at
8.
your special side camera.
Yeah, the 3 ball passes the 8. It looks like pretty easily.
The 3 passes the 8. Yeah.
So the only, I guess, the 7 ball is the issue potentially, but the 6 ball's right there. So you're probably just going to play the 7 to the left, into the top middle with the side view I have going right now.
Gary Fairchild saying he would have thought that Shane Van Boney would have played in this event. We did invite Shane. I don't think he's a big fan of Ghost format, and he decided that it wasn't for him. But
I think
what event we've got.
I think what he said was the only thing virtually he wants to do is fishing.
Yes,
he'd virtual fish. He played Bass Hunters 2019. Or whatever that Xbox game is called.
So twice across here?
Yep, I think so. I think you can hold it. I think you just drift over to this left rail softly. But he doesn't. He overran this one a little bit, but he should be okay with it. I kind of like a softer hit there with just a little bit of low right spin just to catch that rail and just spin towards the 3 and stay above it. But the over and cross is a little bit harder to execute, so it makes me scared of it.
Kyle Boutte, thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the nice comments and the support.
I saw that he tagged me in something, but I'm setting my fantasy football roster for today, so I can't be bothered with with pool right now.
Okay.
What, man? It's almost game time. I got to make sure that my team's set. Oh, this is overran. This has been overran.
No, I think he's going to come up. I think he's coming up okay. It's all coming up Fedor.
Oh, that's really close. Wow.
But he's taking the risk there because he didn't want to be cannon the 9 when making the 6, so he wanted to get on that side of the 6. I don't think cannon the 9 would have been a big issue, to be honest.
I think it's a if you cannon it softly or even maybe a little bit harder, you're gonna have to play below the 10 ball. With where the 9 ball is at right now, you can play above the positioning, but if you move it down even 2 or 3 inches, you have to play below the 10 ball at that point, and that makes that transition very difficult.
Yeah, and I didn't like this shot very much. I think he's going to have to use the 10, kind of force follow the 7 into the centre, maybe just catch the edge of the 10 to push the white up table. He managed to avoid the 10. I don't know if he was intending to, but he still got a good shot on here. Yeah,
just drifting down, basically a center ball hit. I would say a little bit of outside, but you don't even want any outside on this. You want just a straight high ball hit. He might end up hitting it.
It looks like he's playing the 2-railer here. I don't think I'd be playing the 2-railer.
Yeah, I don't like it, but he hits the balls better than I do, so who am I to say?
Yeah, and he was worried about he's come up short there because he's worried about coming too long with the 10. If he just floats up and down table, then the chance of the 10 being a problem is a lot less.
But the good thing about this
on the 9 here.
The good thing about this shot is you really just have to pot it. There's nothing that you have to do positionally. Mm-hmm. If you want to put some outside and connect the second rail, you can. But I like just a center ball hit here, and just focus 110% of your effort on making sure the pot is there, and then the rest kind of happens naturally. And he's striking into the center of the cue ball, so he's only going to be going 1 rail. Oh, he went way around table.
He's going to end up in the 50-yard. Oh, no, this is coming around.
He's pretty good.
Well, he's pretty good there.
Based off...
I don't know if you want to come so close to the corner pocket there, but...
This is pretty good. It's not bad. Nicely done there. That's it. That's another... We're getting to see patterns, like a pattern spectacular out of Fedor. All right,
so Fedor's 3-1 ahead. Wojtek has a game in hand, though. See how he gets on with this break. That's better. Straight in the centre pocket there with the 4 ball.
Pretty good this. Stay off the 3 ball.
Oh, the 3-7, the 3-7.
Oh, he's going to...
Oh, that's
just
a bit
torture.
Stinky as well.
That is just torture.
Now, do you take the risk and try and play the 1 into the centre pocket and come over and cannon the underside of the 7 and come back out centre table with a cue ball for the 2?
Well, you have to.
It depends if he can make it or not. Yeah, if he can make it, then he's okay. But
it just doesn't look like he can. It
just
doesn't look like he can.
No, I don't like it really. I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
And he won't be able to disturb it using the 2 ball, so he's going to have to use the 1 to do it.
But if I'm going to be doing that, though, I'm shooting the 1 ball into the top right corner and following it forward, because I think it's just a little bit better of an angle. I think to get the cue ball back out from. It's a thinner cut on the 7 ball.
No, I think you're thinner. You're cutting the 7 thinner if you play the into the middle. You're cutting it thinner from here.
Oh man,
this is a tough. Well, if he obviously thinks it goes because he can't move it.
Yeah, he's not moving. I mean, unless he's coming around forward 3 rails for the bank into the top left.
Mm. I mean, he may be able to play it with a bag load of right hand side to squeeze the. Oh, that's.
Oh, he is banking it. He wouldn't get it to there if he wasn't banking it. But he's got to follow. He's got to follow. No, you don't overhit that shot that far.
I think he did. I think he
I mean, if he wasn't trying to bank that, and he was trying.
How do we judge this kind of shot? I just go and it's your call, yeah, because it's really close, I must say.
So what we're in these rulings, we're gonna have the video of it, of course.
Yeah.
And what we're gonna say for these is you call it as the player, and if we're obviously gonna have the ability to go back and look at it to verify as best that we can, but this is going to be a player call.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he did overrun it. Then we got our answer.
Yes, he's overrun that. He's trying to play it in the corner. Okay. Which view are you going to take, and I'll take the other view.
Well, we're gonna have this. We're gonna have this recording. So what we're gonna do is
we're
gonna do both. I will take the. I'll take the foot view.
Okay, I'll watch the side view.
But this is going to be recorded, so of course we have it on Facebook, but we will make another copy of it as well locally. I wonder which view Fedor is going to be looking at.
He's not playing it. He's banking it.
Yeah, I think that's the right shot. He's got a good angle to control.
It didn't even look as if it went.
How did that not fall into the side pocket? How did that not fall into the side pocket? Oh, wow.
Struggling a little bit with getting the racks open after the break. And the score still stands at 3-1 to Fedor. They've both played 5 racks. It's 3-1 to Fedor. Race to 9, so still plenty of time in this.
Oh, yeah, plenty of time. And we still have another match coming up right after this one between Tyler Steyer and Alexander Kazakis, which are my 2 favorite players in the whole world. Tyler's my favorite player domestically, and Alex is my favorite player internationally, so I'm torn for that one. Don't know who to root for.
You're buzzing on that one. You can't lose. You've got one of your friends in the semi-final.
Well, I also can't win because I'm losing one of them in the quarters. It all depends on how you look at it, Jim.
2-ball. Again, that 2-ball. He's not. Yeah, he's a little bit. He's not happy about the way the balls are falling. The 4-ball doesn't have any pocket. I don't think. And he's got to get from the 2 to the 3 back to the 4, so it's not like it's a standard. Yeah, this is again. What he really wants is to have a good angle in the 2, that he can play the 2 into the centre pocket and bump the 4 away and leave himself on the 3. That would be ideal. But he's just getting some difficult openers, Fedor, with his break.
But he's navigating them about as good as he can. Let's take a look at the side view coming into play.
2-ball's causing
that's about as good as you can hit that ball.
But yeah, but he's not going to be able to move the 4 from there.
Oh, I think he can.
You would have liked.
You don't think so? Oh yeah, I think he can bump it.
I think he's under the angle. I think the white's going towards the 3.
Well, I don't even think he was. I don't think he was ever even interested in that. I think he's planning on the bank from start to finish there, because if you can stop the cue ball there, his 2-ball went into the heart of the pocket. So if he was able to stop his cue ball there, he could cheat it to the outside jaw and be able to. Although you might end up scratching out of that, but I was going to say you could flick off the left side of the 4.
Well, I think he's definitely going to play the bank on the 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you
have to. I think he's going to try and disturb it.
Oh, that ball just rattled home,
and
he overcut
it.
Yeah, he overcut the shot. He hit it to the outside of the pocket, so he hit that perfect speed if he hits it to the center of the pocket like you want it to.
He's got a cross bank here, but he needs to have the white on the left-hand side of the table, because I think it only goes into the bottom right pocket.
I think he'll draw it off the top. I think he'll draw with a little bit of maybe just a touch of right-hand spin and go off the top 2 right cushions and come back in line.
Or he banks it into the top. Or he banks it into the corner.
That's what he did. Yeah. What a shot! That's just that's just silly. The shot making and the transitions that we've seen out of Fedor this far, it's just been silly.
He's had some tough racks.
Oh,
he's come a little bit short there.
I think
was that the rack that stopped him?
I think what happened there was his cue ball spun out on the rack there.
It was almost like the rack took the spin off the cue ball. So he's a little bit thinner than I would like. It's not an issue.
Yeah, and
I think that could really go wrong here is a skid or a kick, really, because he's going to make these.
Yeah, and just if anybody has a question on that, that is not. We are playing by all ball fouls, but that is not a foul if the magic rack goes into the 10 ball there, because it is nothing more than another object on the table, just like a pool ball. When the rack is not being removed, it is nothing more than another object on the table. So just as a ball going into another ball is not a foul, a magic rack going into a ball is also not a foul.
Unless you're touching the magic rack at the time.
Yes, as long as it's on the table not being removed, it is an object on the table and can be moved around as needed by the balls.
Okay, so Federer's going to pull out a 4-1 lead here.
Kinga says this kid's a great player. He might make the Mosconi Cup someday. Well, let's just hope
must be talking about me.
Let's just hope he doesn't his pants. You see what I did there? I
Andrew
censored myself.
Brooker. Yeah, Andrew Brooker didn't see the sarcasm in that, and his reaction was, "He is this year." Whoa! Look at that! There's just balls falling in everywhere.
What a break this is! Get off the 3-ball, 8-ball. Every time the last ball rolling comes in. I think the 3 goes.
It's got no pocket. Does it go in the center?
Yeah, the 3 goes to the left center. Yeah. Take a look at this side.
Because that would just be brutal if he didn't have a pocket for it.
Yeah, the side view shows that it goes pretty easily. And look at the transition. Once you get onto there, how good is this table?
Yeah. Julian Roper in the house. Julian, how are you, man? Good to see you there.
Kinga says you're the wild card choice.
Hey, listen, I'm first choice every year, Kinga. First choice every year. They need me in the crowd. My place is guaranteed before the players are.
Well, Jim, I'm going to bring tomatoes this year. If we're able to go to this event and there's fans there, I'm going to bring tomatoes and I'm going to throw them at you every time I hear you scream.
I've got no problem. Listen, the only thing I'll need to do is sit still and watch you miss me over and over again.
Well, I'm going to put a rail right in front of your face, and then I can't miss.
Yeah, no, you'll still miss.
Come on, Jim, let me have this. This is pretty tough here. I
should be good to you.
I think you just roll it and just take a little bit extra. Oh no, he's got to get to the 6-ball. Yeah, I'm thinking that's a 5-ball.
It's a 6, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a little tough. You might have to go forward with this now and come around a bunch of 3 rails. Oh,
ooh, just missed it. Perfect. Good shot there.
Even if he flicked off, he still would have been okay there. But yeah, he would have had a tougher shot on the 6-ball, a much more thin cut. Nate, I will help you. Yes, perfect, Kinga. I will bring some tomatoes for you, and you can throw them for me.
Are you building an army now? Nate's recruiting.
I am.
Nate's recruiting for an onslaught of the Mosconi Cup. It won't help. I've got Paul Cook.
Oh yeah, the crazy London ginger.
Oh, don't call him a London ginger. Oh, you're going to upset him. He's from Manchester.
That's what I said. Like we know the difference.
That's true. You're not very good at geography.
Well, to be fair, I'm not very good at many things, Jim.
Yeah. Don't worry, you'll find something one day. So Wojtek looking like getting his second rack on the board. Needs it.
He
doesn't
does.
want to let Federer get too far away from him. Federer opened the door for him at the beginning, but things have gone a little bit downhill for Wojtek in the last 4 racks or so.
And I see Jessica out there. One. Jessica, you are leading currently for the Poison Jump Break Queue, too. So congratulations. You might be having yourself a Poison Jump Break Queue coming soon.
Go, Jessica. That needs to bounce a little bit.
That's perfect.
Yeah, he's good.
That's perfect. Well, we knew we were going to have a match here.
John Mochica. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that wrong, and I apologise if I have.
Mosica.
I was asking if they're going to have Mosica. Asking if they're going to have fans of the Mosconi Cup. To be honest with you, nobody knows. I don't think Matchroom even know at the moment. So you could ask Emily Fraser, and I don't think she could give you a 100% chance. everybody's got their fingers crossed. I've got fingers, toes, eyes. I've got everything crossed, hoping that they're going to let at least some fans in.
Yeah, Emily Fraser,
we'll
to be
just have to
fair,
wait and
is she's like a politician with how she dances around that question, and rightfully so. She has to, because
she can't answer it.
Yeah, you can't. She literally doesn't know. I mean, there's
yeah.
So, but she's getting very, very good with the way that she dances around the question now.
Yeah, the situation in the UK is changing on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
so we don't know where we're going to be a month from now. You know, a month from now it could be all different. Really don't know.
Yeah, it's really.
What I would
hard
say
to
is
know.
don't cancel your plans. Don't you know? We'll find out. We'll all find out at the same time, I guess. And then we'll just have to figure it. He says he's tried to get tickets a few times to no avail. It wouldn't surprise me if they've stopped selling tickets now, because if they have to reduce the amount of people that are allowed in the venue, then obviously they're not going to continue to sell tickets at the moment. You know. So I'm guessing that if it does go ahead, it won't be a full 3,000 or 2,500. So they obviously don't want to sell all 2,500 of them and then have the situation where they have to decide who gets in and who doesn't.
Oh, nicely done there. Just snuck by the 4-ball.
Yeah, I think he might just be the 4-ball might just be a little distraction for him here. Shouldn't be an issue, but you might have to just bridge over it slightly. Yeah, straight over it, in fact.
Brett,
fortunately, doesn't have to do much with the cue ball.
Yeah. Brett Snowden said he got his package on Friday. Of course, when you make donations of the larger range, we want to make sure that you get something for that. We always want to show that we really, really appreciate the support. So a $25 donation gets you a Cue It Up patch. A $50 donation gets you a tube of Predator chalk, and a $100 donation gets you a Poison glove and a Cue It Up patch. So Brett has been very generous along the way with donations, and I send those out when I can. So I was able to send those out Wednesday, so I'm glad to hear that you got it on Friday, Brett. And Brett got kicked out of a... Here you go, Jim, here's a funny one. Brett got kicked out of a Facebook group because he promoted this event in it. He shared it to that page and got kicked out of the group for doing it. People wonder why pool in the U.S. is bad.
You know what I tell you? You don't want to be in groups like that anyway. Consider yourself lucky to have got kicked out of such a useless group then in the first place. We don't want to be associated with people like that, with groups like that, if they're not going to support each other. I'll support anybody that's doing any tournament. Nate's the same. If you're putting a tournament on, you're doing it the right way, I'll give you all the support I possibly can. I think there's too many people that don't want to, they're just out for themselves and not out for the game. So, good. I'm glad we're not in that group. I'm glad we're not being supported by them.
Yeah, it's actually
another one
a little
from Fedor.
remarkable. All right, so back over to this check. It's actually kind of remarkable that you don't want to help pool at a national level. Mm-hmm. You only care about pool at a local level. So you're not willing to let anything outside of your area get shared. It's actually kind of remarkable how nearsighted and just ignorant that is towards the game. And it really explains a lot of why we are where we are with the game of pool in the U.S.
Oh, Wash takes another dry one.
Not a good time for that. Not a good time for that at all. So Fedor is still racking the balls. We will run a quick ad until we are ready to go.
Fedor cracks another great one, makes the 5-ball, the 8-ball's tracking up towards the corner, 9-ball's going to go in the centre, which is a strange place for the 9-ball, but very good. Very good.
This is pretty
Gloria
good.
Jean's liking Fedor. Yeah, he's looking good at the moment. He's 5-2 ahead. He's ran the last 5 racks after missing out on the first 2. So he's got a 5-2 lead. But again, it's a race to 9, so there's still time.
Oh, Gloria, you make it hard. Oh, come on.
Sorry?
Gloria-
Excuse me, you can't say that.
Gloria doesn't. Well, I want to give Gloria a shout out because she sponsored the event, but she doesn't have share above her name. Gloria, what's up? Okay, I'll give you a shout out anyways. Gloria does Ride the 9 tour. She does a lot of actually these virtual events, but for amateurs. If you are a player that has a table at home, or maybe you have access to a local pool room and you want to play in some of these events, I actually played in her last one, and it was first place for it was $1,500. So she has huge events, huge virtual events. It would be a really good idea to go over and like and follow her page so that you can get involved with her tournaments.
Can I play in one of your tournaments, Gloria? No answer there.
Wait, what'd you say? Sorry.
I want to play in one of our tournaments.
Some of them are Fargo capped and some of them are not. So if it's an open event, you certainly can. I'm sure.
Oh, Fedor.
That's an uncharacteristic
Opens
one.
the door a little bit. Opens the door
for Vischek here. He told me he didn't want to be rude, but he said as this event goes on, I'm getting worse and worse at pronouncing his name. But he didn't want to tell me because he just doesn't want to sound rude. So I think I might have to just switch over to his last name. I think I'm better at that one. Shevchik, right? Shevchik?
Shevchik.
Got it.
Or Shevchik.
Pretty good here.
It's like a chef. It's like a chef as in a kitchen person, and a chick as in a small chicken.
Shevchik. Andrew Silverman, you don't have a share above your name, so I'm disappointed in you. But you've been like one of the biggest supporters of the podcast for a long time, and you donate to the stream, so I will publicly shame you less for not having share above your name. Totally just kidding, of course. He said he got kicked out of 2 groups back in March for daring to suggest that crowded pool room halls might be unsafe. Huh. That seems about right. Unfortunately. My share was there, Nate.
Get sharing. How about you let everybody know what they can win if they donate to the stream, Nate?
Oh, I
While
can
we
do
watch
that.
Cuetec run this out.
I can do that.
He's a bit funny on the 5-ball.
You
Maybe
can
want to
win.
watch this 5-ball first.
You can win one of these 3 amazing pool cues. I think he's going to take a little bit of thinking on this one. So you can win one of these 3 amazing pool cues, and we're back to the action. I think maybe coming across all the way above the side pocket and back out.
Nah, slow screw.
Yeah. Nicely done. It's going to have another tester here. So in the pinned comments, you can see all of the ways to donate to the stream. $5 gets you 1 entry into all of those, the raffle for all of those cues. And on the individual days, if you are the largest donator for that day, you will actually win yourself a free poison jump cue. So Lil Chris won it on day 1, and John Mosica won it on day number 2. So you could win it on day number 3. Beautiful shot.
Nice shot.
Beautiful
yeah,
shot.
He's
That
come
is
out
right
perfect.
there.
Just get other side of that 8-ball. That's perfect.
That is perfect.
Okay, he's worked this one out quite nicely.
So these are the cues that you can win. So the one on the left, of course, it's the same cue that Shane Van Boning plays with. If it's good enough for him, it's good enough for you. The middle one is a Jacoby custom cue, and the one all the way to the right there is a Predator limited edition road line.
Sweet. So get your donations in, they all go back to the players. I know they appreciate it. Even without the donations, we managed to get this match here, just this match alone. The loser of this is going home with $850. The winner is a guaranteed $1,750. So this is $900 they're playing for here.
Yes,
just for this one match.
Yes. Oh, that's got to get going. Oh, this is going to be a little bit of a tester here.
Yeah, and the winner continues on the road to a possible $5,500, the biggest wage packet in virtual pool and ghost pool till now.
Oh, and
nothing to be sniffed at
by leaps and bounds. Yeah, I think just the first place alone is going to cover just about every single event itself. Oh, I think he overcut that.
Overcut it?
Oh, okay. He overcut it into the outside
He's
of the
good.
pocket. Beautifully done.
Yeah. Perfect speed. Look at that. He didn't look too sure about it when he hit it.
Yeah, well, I
This is
wasn't
going to
very
bring it
sure
back
when
to
he hit
5-3.
it.
This is bringing it back to 5-3, and we've got a match on our hands here, guys.
All right, so back over to Fedor.
Both players have played 8 racks.
And it puts just a little bit of pressure on Fedor. I mean, if he doesn't, of course, Fedor had the first break, so Wyszek is following him in order.
He's made the ball, and they made the 5 ball again continuously. There's that 2 ball tracking over. Is the 7 going to get a little bit?
I think it's going to open up.
The 2's open. Yeah.
So he's just got to give
So
himself.
you play the combination on the 3 straight away to get to.
Yeah, I think I do.
Out of the way.
I think I do because the 2 to it's not intimidating. Well, it's not intimidating going from the 3 to the 4 because the 4's hanging over the pocket. So I'm not super worried with that one, but going from the 2 ball to that 3 ball can be a little bit touchy with the side pocket where it is, and the 4 ball where it's at. So I like the combination.
I like
as well.
I like getting out of the way straight away. You're guaranteed good position on the 1 ball anyway.
Yeah.
It just makes everything. It's not that it was really difficult anyway, but it just makes it just a little bit easier.
Yeah. We can give a shout out to Ren de Vera. He is watching from the Philippines. Although I don't see share above your name, please give the stream a share if you'd like. Help us get out there to the Philippines crowd. Of course, they are some of the most. Am I wrong in saying that the national sport for the Philippines actually is pool?
We can't be far off. I can't think of another sport that they play more.
They love themselves some basketball too. I know that they really love some basketball. Oh. Shot that one into the outside of the pocket.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's okay. That's hey, you pay table time on the entire pocket, you're going to use the entire pocket, right?
Yeah. Kyle Butte, what are the magic rack removing rules again for this tournament? Okay, they can move the magic rack whenever they like, as long as it's clear of other balls. If there are 2 balls or more in the vicinity of the magic rack, then they've got to leave it there. If they decide to move it and they move anything, it's a foul, and it's the end of the rack, which has happened in this tournament, unfortunately. So it's players' responsibility. They can ask us at any stage whether it's okay to do it, and we'll give them an indication whether we'll allow it or not.
Just a quick clarification. Go ahead, Jim.
If there is just 1 ball and it is on top of the magic rack, you can lift it and move and drop it again. Yeah. Only if it's the only ball that's there.
Yeah, and that was going to be the clarification that I had. If a ball is on top of the magic rack, if there is another ball in the vicinity, you cannot remove it. But if the ball is not on the magic rack and there's 2 balls in the vicinity, you can remove the magic rack. You just are removing it at your own risk, because if you bump anything, it's a foul. We are allowing the players to move the magic rack if a ball is on it, only if there's no other balls in the area.
So Federer looks good for this rack here. This will take him to 6-3.
Gloria, a burn cloth interference. I don't think that we've even discussed it, because I think Jim is the only person that uses one.
Yeah, I use a burn cloth, but if after I break, if I see anything, if it looks like anything's going to land on the cloth, then I pull it away quickly. That's actually my own risk as well. But the burn cloth is the same idea. You know, you can, if you land on top it, if it's the only ball there, then just lift and pull it. Actually, a burn cloth is easier to take away than a magic rack, because a burn cloth works a little bit like the old trick of pulling out a tablecloth from underneath your dishes. If you pull it quick enough, then the ball doesn't move. So a burn cloth does it. Well, my burn cloth is made of Teflon, so it's very slick. So I can pull it out from underneath the ball and the ball doesn't even move. I wouldn't do that during a match, but pick and drop is quite easy to do as well.
So I guess we have an answer to the national sport of the Philippines, and that is basketball. So I was correct on that one. But pool, he said,
You
is
called
the
it, buddy.
pool is the low-key most loved sport, and karaoke. I don't know if I'd consider karaoke a sport, but hey, the way that
Well, you've
I'll tell
never
you
done
what,
it properly then.
I was going to say
You've never done it properly.
the way that Roy does it in his basement, that could be considered a sport. He gets into it there. A little bit of a
Hey
test
guys,
here.
if you haven't already, give us a like and a share. If you like it, then you'll get all the updates for the coming matches directly to your Facebook.
Yeah, and we are still doing major events. You know, even after this one, we'll probably do. You know, if this gets we've already had a great amount of interactions, and people seem to love the event quite a bit. So we'll probably run more of these in the future. So make sure to like and follow the Cue It Up podcast page, so that you can basically be. This isn't any good. This is no good here.
Is he not on it? It looks tight.
I don't think this is any good right here.
Oh, he's looking at the angle to cut it. He's just over on that slightly. That's unlucky. I'm surprised he actually came all the way around to play it into the centre. He could have left it top table and he had two corner pockets he could have played to. A little bit of an unnecessary risk there, I think, to come all the way around. But let's see what he's got here. And yeah, like Dave was saying, future events, it's going to be, you know, there's a bit of it. There's a lot of it's down to the work that Nate puts in. There's a lot of it that's down to the players, but a huge chunk of it is down. Great shot! A huge chunk of it is down to you guys as well. You're watching. You're keeping the numbers up. You're sharing. More importantly, you're donating and giving the players a reason to play. You know, and that all helps. So it's the whole package that we need to have in order to continue to do these events and to attract the players. So thank you all. Thank you all for everything. For your shares, for your donations, for everything.
Yeah. And here's a fun question that we've done in the past. I kind of forgot to do it until now, so let's do it right now. Who do you actually want to win this match? I tried to do these for all the matches we've done thus far. We'll do thumbs up thumbs up for Fedor and heart for Wischek. So slam those buttons. Let's see who we want to win this one.
I put mine in. But I'm not telling you which one it was.
Well, I already know it was a heart. I can see it, Jim.
Oh, there's somebody here who's just hitting thumbs up like 100 times. I can see the same picture going up in my screen.
Well, I said slam it, not hit it.
Oh, all right, then I'm going to slam it as well.
I'm going to join you, Jim.
Oh, I saw Kinga. Did you do a thumbs up there? That's not good. You're Polish.
You're Polish. Jim, we needed to do that there. I think. I mean, how can you not like Fedor though? I mean, it's if you get to.
Yeah, but I honestly don't. I honestly couldn't care less who wins this match. To be honest, I'm just enjoying watching these guys. You know.
Yeah, of course. Kinga said that was a mistake.
She's got fat fingers apparently.
These players, these two players, and I think Nick Malai have been my absolute favorite people to get to meet from this event. They're just like some of the most genuine human beings, as well as obviously top players as well. But what's going to happen here? Yeah, a little bit straight now. Yeah, this really is.
This is just a run through and take it in the center pocket.
I think so as well. Yeah, I think you run it on the short side. You run it on the short side to give yourself an opportunity at the top right if you need it. If you overrun the side pocket, you have nothing. If you underrun the side pocket, you have the corner. But he hit it perfect.
Yeah, that's straight in. Very good. Pedro's wiping down his stick, wiping down his cue, and ready to go.
Nicely done.
That's a good rack from Wischek.
Yeah, he hit it with he hit that. I like the way he put that one into the side pocket there. He did not.
So we're at 6-4.
He did not baby it. He forced that one in. So Wischek is he's hanging in there. Tough now.
Yeah.
He's
6-4.
So we're looking at, he's been making the 4-ball into the side every single time. Or no, it's the 5-ball he's been making, right?
The 5-ball he's
The
been
5-ball
making.
he's
Yeah,
been
he's
making
been
every
making
single
in the right, the 5 in the right center every single time. I just
the
watched.
cue ball.
Oh, he scratched.
Oh, the cue ball. Oh, no. Well, we'll take this as an opportunity here to run a real quick ad, keep those sponsors happy. The more sponsor money we have, the more events we can do. So we'll run this real quick. And perfect timing.
So, Wojtek 6-4 behind, but this is his rack in hand. He's hit that one. Oh, he deserves a ball. The 9. No,
He
got one in the top left. I think.
he got one in the top left.
Oh, the
but look at
2-ball.
this cluster.
Oh, the 2-ball. Oh, but it's
the
the
1
one
ball
that he
was
made, so the 2
the 1
ball's
ball was
fine.
the one that went, yeah. So the 5-ball really is what we're looking at here.
5-10. There's the 4. You got the possibility of a. No, I think he's. He's looking at the 5-10 combo.
You probably have to take the 5-10 combination on because Yeah, I mean, there's just really. This is kind of like the Rex. Go ahead.
I think if you're on the line that the cue ball is on just now towards the 5-ball, if you pot it on that angle, you can come off the 10 and come down to the short rail and back up to play the 6 into the top right-hand corner. Yeah, that kind of angle playing the 5, what he's looking at just now, you're going to naturally float off the 10 ball and you're going to come in line with the 6.
Yeah.
That's kind of where he wants to be on the 5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, now he just
though.
follows. He would follow through via the 10 on position on the 6. The 4-ball will be gone from that top corner by then, so that'll be free for him. And once he gets to there, he's out.
Yeah, and I do want to say let's give another shout out to Ren de Vera. I like this guy's vibe. He said appreciate the commentary in this chat. Very fun and positive vibes. Cheers, everyone. I mean I'm not a person that just sits there and reads the positive commentary stuff. I actually usually avoid those. I appreciate them, of course, but I hate the promoters that just sit there and read all the things that praise them. That's not what we do. But I wanted to highlight this one because with Jim and I, the things that we do, we want to keep things very, very professional. So that's why you see the players that are here. They have professional attire. They're wearing a polo. They're wearing slacks. They're wearing, dress shoes. They are playing, or they are dressing as if this was a professional event. And we do try to highlight that stuff here. We want this to be a professional event, but we also like to have a little bit of fun too. So Jim and I are, obviously we're a little goofy in the commentary. We like to have fun with each other. We like to pick on each other. But what we don't deal with is any negativity in the chat room. So if we have anybody who disrespects the players or the tournament or anything, basically at all, anybody who's enjoying the event, we shut that down right away. We want this to be a 100% positive pool environment. So that's that. I'm glad that you noticed that, and I'm glad that you pointed that out because that's literally what Jim and I are trying to do. And we've had many discussions about this in the past about making sure that we create that environment.
It's got to be fun.
That's
So
pretty good.
That looks
pretty
okay.
good.
Now it's just a case of potting this falling through.
Sliding
flip off the
underneath
10
the
ball.
9. Do you go underneath
No.
it? So you're trying to use
No, I'm hitting the I'm potting this and hitting the right hand side of the 10 ball as we look at it and coming down, getting a connection on the 10 that brings me to the first diamond on the right hand side on the short rail.
Interesting. If I can slide above the 10 ball, I'm going to try and do that and come underneath the 9 for the 6 up in the top right, but I'm not sure if you can avoid the 10.
Now then, what's his middle pockets like? He has a shot. He doesn't have to do much with the white ball.
He doesn't have to do anything with it at all. I mean, you'd like to be able to get it off the rail just so you can make the 7 to the 8 a little bit easier, but it shouldn't be too difficult. You could even play the 6 into the top right, I guess the bottom right as I have this view up right now, and just run the cue ball over for the 7 into the opposite corner if you wanted to. And I think that's probably what he's going to end up doing, because then he could put a good stroke on it. He doesn't have to worry about hitting it a little bit too soft.
Yeah.
I think he plays it into the top right now. Kinga asks as long as we can do that, but can we still make sure we abuse Jim a little bit? So I think, yes, I think we can do that. It's fine.
I think that's perfectly acceptable behavior.
Yeah, she asked so nicely, I just can't say no to her, you know? It's just...
Yeah, see what he's got here. I think he's going top
yeah,
bag.
with the way he's cueing this and addressing this ball, he's got to be going to the top. You don't stroke this this quickly and confidently for a shot to the side pocket here.
It's a big shot in the match, this.
Overcut
Big
it.
shot in the match, and he's made it.
Oh, beautifully done right there. He did overcut it. He hit it just to the outside of the pocket. Very, 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 very nice shot.
Now you just have to keep your concentration here and make sure you get rewarded for that shot and get your point.
Nicely done there. He moved it. Yeah, he moved the 10 ball to the other side of the table when he shot the 5 ball, which turns out to not be a bad idea because it opens up the center of the table a lot more to transition, and it really ended up at a pretty nice spot. So he'll just stop this, yeah. Give himself plenty of angle. I suspect he's not going to use the right cushion at all here. He'll just go straight up table. No reason to bring that side jaw into play. And he just wants to get it up.
This is going to make it just a one rack difference.
Yeah, this you can kind of see his break spot. That's about where he's aiming for, I think, for the cue ball to end up at. That white spot right at the end of the table. And that's about where the cue ball is going to end up perfectly, I think. Man, how did I call that one? Oh, look at it. Do you see the cue ball started darting to the left there?
Even the cue ball heard you and thought, I'm not letting it be right.
I think that's what happened, man. Right. I think that's what happened there.
I can remember in my last match against Danny, I was listening to your commentating, and I was just continually, anytime you called one of my shots, I was determined to find a way to play it differently. Even if it was going to be the correct shot, I thought, no, I'm not playing it that way, because Nate will just think he's awesome if I play it that way. Surely there's a different way I can play this. I think I did it like 4 or 5 times.
I'm telling you what, Jim, you sure are a proper bleep.
Good break from Fedor.
I feel slighted by that table. I feel like I gotta make that into a video and say even the pool gods don't want me to be right.
You got robbed.
I really do feel like I did.
Okay, we have a great match here, 6-5.
This has been a doozy of one, hasn't it? Oh, we have a tie. Jessica, your individual record for the day has been tied. Thank you very much for your very generous donation, Stephen Hall. And he's been donating all along too. So Stephen has been, he's a huge supporter of the podcast that I do as well. So it doesn't surprise me that he's going to continue that support here. Thank you so much, Stephen Hall.
Score is 6-5. I don't know if you've updated it on the Facebook, on the stream.
Oh yeah, I totally did. Yep, it definitely was updated. It's been updated this whole time. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my mistake then.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, just get it together, Jim.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're trying to run a proper event here.
Yeah, I know. My mistake. I'll punish myself properly later.
Nicely done there. I'll punish myself properly later. I don't even want to know what that means. Let's not dive deeper into that one.
You're so rude.
We're just gonna
just rude.
Stop that discussion right there, Jim. I think you know what, Jim. I think we should get Emily Frazier to let us commentate the Mosconi Cup.
I think everybody would enjoy it a lot more.
Do you think she'd let us?
I'm pretty sure that's a big fat no.
I think that's a big fat no, like a double-decker fat size no.
I can't do these. I've got my other commitments at the Mosconi Cup.
And most of it involves
I would play, but
alcoholism.
They need me in the crowd. Otherwise, I'd be playing or doing commentary or something else. But they need me in the crowd. Yeah. 3 rails. Bing, bing, bing. 1, 2,
Nicely done
3.
here.
It's not too bully. Yeah, no, he's okay. I think. Don't think the 9's an issue for him.
I don't think Maggie likes the idea of it. Maggie just joined and said, Jim and Nate for Moscone Cup commentators. And then she laughed at it. I don't think she wants to hear us. What do you think, Jim?
I don't know. I never know. Margaret acts like she's always nice to everybody, but
She's a
occasionally
savage.
she throws in a sneaky one. Occasionally she throws in a sneaky savage one.
Well, she's kind of sketchy too. Like she's not very good with her word. You know, like we had a bet and she still hasn't paid that up yet. You know, it's she just doesn't
Margaret,
pay her
we're
debts.
still waiting to see your press ups. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, if I would have lost that bet, I would have paid up right away. And she's just delaying and delaying. And,
What was it? Was it 10 press ups?
yeah, 10 push-ups. Yeah.
If you'd lost that bet, you'd still be doing them. It's only been 2 days. You'd be at like what, 4 or 5 by now.
Jim, that's rude.
Dead over another one.
Jim, that really was a rude thing you said there. I didn't appreciate that.
Yeah, firm but fair.
Yeah, I guess.
Back over to Poland.
Hey, Jim, I'm going to update the score.
Do that. 7-5 to Fedor. It's a race to 9. We're getting close to it now.
Fedor did have the first break, so this is a
Yes.
This is to get the. You know what? I'm going to do, Jim. I'm going to pin Margaret's comment because I think it's fun.
Uh-oh.
Maybe Emily will join in for 5 seconds and she'll.
He's made the 4 ball. He's made
3
4
ball. Where's the,
look
the
at
3
that
ball hits the jaw.
Nice.
Nicely.
Oh, that's a nice little kick off. That looked like it was going to end up really stinky.
Yeah, that
And
could
it
have.
just caught the jaw of the middle and popped out nicely. Popped his head out. So this looks like a pretty good table from here.
Oh, I'm getting yelled at by Gloria for avoiding her comments, I guess. I did not see them, but let me go back.
So now you've pinned that post and we can't see ways to donate anymore.
Oh, fine. I unpinned it. Jeez, Jim. Oh, now we have to do it again. Dang it. When am I going to join in the booth? I don't know, Gloria. When do you want to join in the booth? This is the first time you've ever said anything about it. You act like you make it seem like you've been asking for weeks, Gloria. You can't yell at me.
There's a queue for people that need to yell at Nate.
Yeah, right. My wife has the first 4,000 spots.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this is all going to be about getting a position on the 6. Doesn't look too bad. The 9 shouldn't be an issue because you want to have an angle on the 6 anyway. Even if the 9 wasn't there, you wouldn't want to be landing on that line. So the 9's not an issue for the 6. Just getting a good angle so you can pop the cue ball back out top side of the 8 for position on the 7.
Yep. So
right about where he is now would be great.
Yeah, I think that's about where you want to be. You don't want to be too much more thin than that, because then you get to the point where you can't really avoid the 8 ball very easily. So maybe he wants to get just a little bit thicker, but I think he's about where he's at, right? He's about the same spot, but just a little bit further away. Now he can easily slide above the 8 ball.
Yep. This is one of these shots you don't want to quit on it and leave yourself short, and you feel like an idiot if you hook yourself behind the 8 ball. So you really got to stroke this and make sure you come out center table. Don't try and pinch anything. Put a good stroke on it.
Oh, that's not gonna.
Oh.
Yeah, he overcut that one, and that's why his cue ball got away from him a little bit too.
Yeah, that could be quite costly. That makes the score still 7-5 for Fedor. So we go back over to Moscow
For Fedor's
Mr.
next
Gost.
attempt. So Fedor can get himself to the hill here. Let's see here. Block Little Chris. How do I do that? Oh, here it is. Okay, here. Block Little Chris from using my
5
page.
ball again. 5, 7. He's hit that one well.
Do you have any last
3 balls
words, Little
down.
Chris?
Jim is a great commentator. Nate is okay.
Do you have any last words?
Are you going to block little Chris for complimenting me? You're a horrible man.
Probably yes. I'm not going to say I'm totally going to, but I'm not going to say that I'm totally not going to either.
Listen, if you were to start blocking people who didn't like your commentary, we'd be down to about 5 people.
Oh man, my wife is joining in on the fun now. This is
even your wife is having a go at you. You're average at
This
best.
isn't good. Oh, this isn't good now.
Yes, Alicia. I like Alicia.
I'm telling you what, out of this entire event, she's going to turn out to be more popular than I am.
She sounds pretty smart. She knows you. That's like about the third shot that Federer is he's just got away with overrunning.
Yeah. I'm telling you what, by the end of this event,
just pulled up short.
She is going to be significantly more popular than I am.
Whoa. That just pulled up in time for Federer there. Yeah.
What in the heck took you so long, New Jersey? I'm almost disappointed in you. Normally you're here.
Jersey pool player liked and shared.
Yeah, well, I mean, normally he's here like 15 minutes before the stream even starts. I hadn't seen him. I was starting to wonder if everything was okay with him. I haven't seen a stream in 10 years that this guy wasn't on.
Okay, so Federer just draws us back a little bit. Nice on the 6th ball, and this should be another one. This is going to put Federer on the hill. That last rack from Washtec, the missed 6th ball, is going to be quite expensive, I think. The looks of things, he's going to need Federer to miss 3 in a row after this, if he wants to get a chance to win the match, which is a player of Federer's standard, the way he's been breaking. Seems unlikely.
New Jersey's very smart.
So that's going to float down nicely. Plum on the 10. How'd you like it?
About as good as that one gets. All right, so we're over to Shevchik.
Boom. Federer is on the hill. 8 against 5. If Washtec wants to stay in this match, he's going to have to play perfect pool from now and hope that Federer makes some mistakes.
Yeah, Shevchik is, there's no reason he can't run 4 straight. But to see Fedor miss 3 straight doesn't seem to be possible at this point with how he's been playing.
He needs Fedor to... Washtec needs to make his next 4, and Federer fail his next 2, and then he might have a chance at it. But,
so the 2 ball gets a little bit funny unless the 9 ball... Does the 9 ball cover... We can't tell if the 9 ball's covering up the 2 ball, but it looks like the 3-8 are wired.
The 3-8 looks good, so he just plays the 2 down at the bottom right-hand corner. Six balls in exactly the same spot it was in the last rack, which he missed.
Nicely done there. Got a little bit far away from the 3 ball, though. I think maybe he'll have to just roll this in. He can either put a good stroke on it, go over and back twice, or he can just roll it in and play the 4 ball into the top right.
Well, you just roll it in with a little bit of right-hand English.
I think that's what I would shoot as well. You could go over and back if you wanted to.
Pretty good there.
Nicely done.
He just doesn't want to be straight on it. If he's straight on that 4, it's a little bit funny getting good on the 6. like he can force follow it off the top rail. Yeah.
Doesn't want to end up straight
Don't
here
be
either.
straight. He is a bit straight, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter. Look where the 9 is. I mean,
No, it shouldn't matter, but you don't want to have to shoot. You don't want to have to bridge over the rail for the 7 ball. And so
I would just be drawn back in front of the center pocket here, and
yeah,
you've always got a decent shot.
maybe you can flick off the jaw and get it out.
No, I think you just there.
Yeah, you don't try to do that, of course, but. So now the decision is: do you want to just roll it out to the middle? Do you want to go crazy and try and go forward with it 3 times? I think you probably just roll over and back 1 time, or over to the left cushion, the right cushion, and back out to the center.
Yeah, you give it a little bit. Hey, you don't want to be rolling this. You want to give it a little bit of speed.
Yeah.
So I'd be contacting both rails here.
Yep, I would as well. Oh, he overcut it.
Oh, what?
Oh, he overcut it.
Okay.
It's 2.
So Federer's on the hill.
2 very uncharacteristic misses.
Yeah, and Federer's going to have a couple of chances at taking this match now. So the 5 ball's been finding the right centre every single time. Oh, it didn't this time, but the 4 ball made it.
And this is
And the
probably
table
the most open of.
Pretty open.
Yeah, this is
One
about
of the most open he's had. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the 1 to the 2 ball could be. I'm not going to say difficult, but it's about as tricky as it gets, just because there's a lot of balls in the way. He probably has to draw back between the 3 and the 7. But if he flicks off the 3, he could get a little bit tricky. Could push the 3 ball up into trouble with the 5 ball. And that's, I mean, I don't suspect that he will, but I mean, if your worst case scenario.
I think he goes forward 2 rails in between the 3 and the 5. Less chance of getting hooked that way.
I don't like that. I like coming back between
No,
them.
that's the best route. Forward 2 rails between the 2 of them. He's actually underhit that slightly.
Yeah.
But he's okay.
So even when this match is over, assuming that Fedor is able to get out of this rack, obviously there's a lot of rack left to be played here, but we are not done for the day. We still have another fantastic matchup between Alexander Kazakis and Tyler Steyer, which will start immediately after this one. We need to take just a little bit of time to get those streams set up. So once we are ready and rocking, we will be right back at it. I suspect it should take less than 5 minutes, maybe somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes, assuming the players are ready to go.
About the amount of time it takes for an adult male to fill up his glass of wine and smoke a cigarette. Round about that amount of time.
Yes.
So he just goes forward, rail and straight back out again. Look at that, straight down the middle of the table. 5 to 6 is what could go wrong here, Nate? I don't really see anything really.
Well, you got to get the 10 ball kind of blocks a little bit of the 2 rails towards the right side of the pocket for the to get onto the 7 and the 8.
Draw straight back.
Yeah, I was going to say, and the 8 ball blocks off of the left cushion. So I was going to say you do have to get pretty close to straight in, so you can either use the draw stroke or go forward 2 rails. And he, with where he was at, this is one way of getting in a little bit of trouble. Now he's pretty thin on the 7 ball.
Yeah, to load this up. We have to load this up with a load of left-hand effect, I think.
Either a lot of left-hand spin, or he's going to have to wrap it to the right 2 cushions and just kind of come at the 10.
Maybe he can get enough on it. Mm.
That's what he's doing. He's going to the right. And he's got to run right at the 8 ball, which is, I think he executed that pretty well. He's thin on it, but he was always going to be thin on this, so he's close enough to his action.
I don't see an issue with it.
Yeah, it looks like he maybe hit it bad just because he's really thin on this, but this was always what it was going to be in the best case scenario.
And he doesn't have to do it. He doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball.
No.
It just naturally comes across.
Yeah, he just has to hit it so it only goes across and then back and doesn't go across, back, and over again, which he did perfectly. So this is just a nice draw stroke.
Yeah, he should be able to get this off. Yeah, he should be able to get this off the rail a little bit.
I think we have a perfect view at this, though. For the people at home, watch this draw stroke on this elbow. Watch how good he pauses at the end of his stroke and how clean he
and watch his elbow drop.
Yes, this is a
watch his
perfect
elbow
view.
drop when he hits it. Dumb. The elbow straight down into the ground. Beautiful. So, this 10 ball to take Ferragost into the semi-finals and a guaranteed paycheck of $17.50. And there we have our first semi-finalist, the world champion from Russia, Ferragost.
Nicely done there. All right, so we can start over with Wischek. Wischek, are you able to hear us?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes. Congratulations to you. You still had a phenomenal tournament. A couple of uncharacteristic misses there were probably the difference.
Yeah, that's correct. I regret the beginning a little bit. Today, my table behaved a little bit different on the break. I wasn't making both the center pockets as easily as normally. So I had to adjust, but still in the second part of the match, I was hitting them really good on the break. So I got a lot of chances that I needed. So I'm happy of that. But then, yeah, those two misses were unforgivable. Yeah, I really regret the ending from my side. But hats off to Fedor. He played really nice. It's hard not to admire his technique and his self-belief. Really nice. Congratulations, mate.
Yeah, I know Wischek. Maybe you aren't as well known as some of the other European youth players or younger players, I should say. But I think you really made a staple for yourself during this stream. Not only as the quality of player that you are, but the quality of character that you have. With going back to the qualifiers, the absolute last rack, the 27th rack that you hit. You bumped a ball removing the magic rack, and you actually came over and told us that you did that to ask the question. I think that's a very, very high character move, and it really shows not only the quality of player that you are, but the quality of character that you have. So I think you gained a lot of fans. I know you gained a fan in me, and it was an absolute pleasure getting to watch you during this event. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much for your nice words. For me, it's very obvious. Pool should be a game of sportsmanship. So. I think anyone would do the same if he or she was on my position.
Yeah, it's great to see, and you're a great ambassador for the game, and you're a phenomenal talent on the table. So thank you very much for playing in the event and putting on the show for us.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, and we can head over to Fedor. Fedor, congratulations! You are the first person to book your ticket into the semifinals. You will play the winner of the match, which is going to be happening tomorrow, I believe. Nope, right now, actually. You will be playing the winner of Tyler and Alex. First off, congratulations. I would say you had a little bit of a struggle with your break in the first few. The first few 4 or 5 racks, getting your 2-ball to open up. But then by the end of it, I mean, everything was clicking. You were just playing close to flawless pool. Oh, you need to unmute yourself. Sorry, Fedor.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Yep.
So,
Oh, but very quietly. We can barely hear you. Yeah, I know we ran into a little bit of issues earlier with his audio as well. So
yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah, we can.
There you go. Yeah. Thank you, first of all, and thanks for Wojciech. I have a lot of respect for Wojciech, actually, because not many players, on tour that I respect, honestly, but he's one of them. And yeah, I've been struggling with the break today. I was playing on a different table because the other one is a little bit dirty and bouncy. So I decided to play on this one, and I don't know why I was breaking. My cue ball wasn't good as normally, but in the end, I was breaking better a little bit. but still happy to win. Win is a win. I'll get the break in the next match.
Yeah. So I think the show that you put on as far as the pattern play was just spectacular, especially in the beginning of the rack. You were really struggling getting the 2-ball to open up, and you kept on having the 9-ball and the 4-ball on that left cushion. And it was really fantastic to actually get to watch you play the patterns that you did to still be able to run out.
Yeah, I've been breaking with the same speed in the beginning, and my 2-ball was always here, and some other ball was always here. And I was always needed to bank the 2-ball, or I needed to play some small position shots. So yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But you seem to change. You seem to change the speed on your break a little bit halfway through the match, which meant you weren't getting the same cluster there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was breaking harder to make this ball the 4-railer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I figured it.
Yeah.
That well played, Fedor. Still got it. Well done,
you.
semi-final.
Thank you.
We will see you back again here on Tuesday.
Yep.
See you all Tuesday, guys. Thank you, Wojciech, once again.
Thank you very much. Good luck later.
Okay.
Thanks
And,
to all the players. Well done.
So we'll thank you one more time to Fedor. Thank you one more time to Vishek. And we'll be back in just a couple seconds. Jim, why don't you give a rundown really quickly on what they can win if they want to take now as an opportunity to donate?
Okay, yep. Donate to the stream. All money goes to the players. For every $5 you donate, you get one ticket in the raffle, which will be drawn at the end of the tournament. We have 3 wonderful cues that you could win at the end of the tournament. We have Predator's limited editions Predator road line. We have Jacoby, custom Jacoby from $1,200. It's a beautiful cue. And we have, of course, being that this is the Cuetec Playoffs, we have the Shane Van Boning Cuetec. It's good enough for Shane. It's good enough for you. 3 fantastic cues. You could win one of them. You could win all 3 of them if you've got enough tickets in the draw. For every $5, your name goes in the draw. And for today, during these 2 matches, well, from now until the beginning of the quarterfinals tomorrow, the person who donates the highest amount over this period will win automatically a poison jump break cue. And also, you get all your tickets into the draw for the big cues. So, it's great chances to win some great prizes. Get donating, please. Like, share. Let's get this out as far as we can. And we will be back very shortly with the next match, which promises to be another cracker. Tyler Steyer against Alex Kazakis. So, stay tuned.
Correct.
Share. We'll be back very shortly.
Yep, we'll be back very shortly. Thank you, everybody. All right, we are back. We are here for the second match of the day. As you can see here, Alex Kazakis is cleaning his table, getting it ready to go. Tyler Steyer's pretty face is right here. Oh, he jumped out. He's no longer here anymore. Oh, there he is again. All right, here we go. Extension! Oh, we won't start that. So we are back. Jim, you are still with me, obviously. That beautiful Scottish voice you have there. Going nowhere. You're going nowhere except for to get another glass of wine. So, yeah, so we are back. We are here for the second match of the day. Alex versus Tyler Steyer. Alexander Kazakis. Hello, how you feeling? Oh, living the dream, man. And Tyler, you ready to rock as well? All right. So, Alex, we will give you the coin flip. Would you like to call it heads or tails? Hey, Siri. Flip a coin.
Tails.
Tails. Tyler, would you like to go first or second? All right, Alex, you get to go first.
Good luck. Good luck, both players. Let's see a good one. So, here we go. A little bit of a surprise that Tyler's let Alex go first, but let's see how Alex gets on then with his first break.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, there's no real advantage either way.
No, I just think I feel
that it's mostly a mind game at that point.
I feel that there might be just a slight advantage if you do get down to sudden death. If you have the first rack and you get the first chance to put some pressure on your opponent.
Well, while we have a couple seconds here, why don't we, while Alex is racking the balls here, we can see the cues that you can win if you would like to donate to the stream. The one all the way to the left is the Shane Venn Bonings, the same cue that Shane plays with. If it's good enough for Shane, it's good enough for you. The middle cue is the Jacoby Custom Cue, $1,200 Jacoby Custom Cue. And on the right is the Predator Limited Edition Road Line. All of these cues can be won by as little as a $5 donation to the stream. And all of the ways to donate are in the pinned comment, which is about to be pinned by me. Because somebody, it must have been Jay probably, that finally made the post. Thank you, Jay. And happy birthday to you. So we are ready to get underway.
See how Alex gets on with his first break here.
The only thing that's really held back Alex along the way has been his break. He has not missed many balls. So we'll see how...
But he's been unfortunate with his break, and
he did not
that one's going to be a dry one as well.
I think maybe he's trying to do a softer break or something like that, but he did not contact those very well.
All right, and when we're talking about breaks, we go over to Puerto Rico, and possibly, certainly if we're talking about the best 10-ball breaks in the world, this guy's name is going to be in the mix and mentioned.
He gets my vote. He gets my vote, and you're going to get to see very, very, very soon why.
This guy's a monster with a break.
He is. So everybody out there, please give the stream a share. Help us get it out there. The second match of the day is happening right now, and man, what a break! He's going to have 2 balls down. He threatened a couple of other pockets, but they don't fall.
And they look quite nicely in the open.
They do, Jim.
Tyler's down in Puerto Rico at the moment. He's doing some coaching, some exhibitions. He got invited down there, so took the opportunity. And they gave him a table to play on. Beautiful diamond he's on there. Looks like a nice club he's in. He played really well in his in the qualification in the pool stage. Got himself, I think one of his sets he scored an 8. And he ended up with a total score of 19, I believe it was, which gave him the number 3 seed and gave him direct spot into the quarterfinals. So see how he gets on here. This doesn't look too tricky, really.
So the last match, I think there was a pretty clear favorite on who people wanted to win. Let's see who everybody wants to win here. Let's do thumbs up for Tyler Steyer and a heart for Alex Kazakis. Everybody slam those emojis. Let's see what everybody thinks. Jim, who are you rooting for this time?
I'll see if you can spot mine in amongst them all. What did you say? Which one is which?
The thumbs up will be Tyler, and the heart emoji will be Alex Kazakis.
There you go. I just popped up there. And
That's a lot of thumbs up. Are there no Alex? Is there nobody out there for Alex? What? Come on. Jim and I'll make do.
so the pinned post still hasn't been changed yet.
Yes, it has. I'm looking at it anyways. Might be 2 pin posts, but Tyler is starting off pretty nicely here. Just a nice little, probably a little stun follow shot for the 6 into the side pocket. Wants to get below the line of the 6, so his cue ball should end up before the first diamond. And he ends up getting it just to the first diamond, so I think he's going to be okay with it. Let's take a look at the side. Yeah, so he's...
Yeah,
I think he's okay. I think he can follow forward. But
yeah, I think it's good.
He's going a little bit at the 7 ball, so he's just going to have to focus a little bit more on speed. If he was below the line of the 6 ball, he'd be able to just kind of roll it at any speed he wanted, and the cue ball would have been okay. Still going to be plenty okay. Maybe he even wants to go to the rail and come back out. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. It's the speed, right? But he gets a little bit straight on the 7 now, so he's going to have to probably force it really into this bottom left. With a good stern, either actually I might run forward.
He could go forward.
I was going to say
he could go forward 3 rails.
Yeah, I run
3
rails
rails
with
would work as well.
Yeah,
It depends on the angle he's got. He may be able to just punch it.
Yeah, I think that's the right shot.
He's punching it.
That's pretty good.
That works out pretty good. Just a little stun shot. Just make sure you stay top side of the 9. Just a little bit of a stun to the right.
Nicely done here. Tyler showed up ready to play, it looks like. We'll give a huge shout out. Thank you very much to Kyle Boutte for your very generous donation to the stream.
Yep, thank you very much. Thanks to everybody that's donating. The players appreciate it. We appreciate the support. It's a nice one from Tyler. Tyler gets out here. And myself and Nate, actually, we talked very quickly before the day started about how we felt this match would go. And we were both in agreement that a lot of it would come down to Alex's break and how well he was breaking. So he was trying his first break. He needs to find his spot, find his speed.
Yeah, we know that Tyler's break's going to show up. We know that he's going to be successful on 9 out of 10 of his breaks, pretty much. So it kind of comes down to whether or not Alex is able to match that. And I like that. He hit that one a lot more.
Nice.
He hit that one a lot better. He hit that one a lot better.
The 7 seems to be, it's okay. You go into the center there. This 5, it's going to be going from 6 to 7 will be the shot.
Yeah, with where the 5 ball is though, it shouldn't be too bad. I think you can, with how close that 5 ball is there, you can really get. You should be able to perfect your
anywhere you
6.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get anywhere you want.
So really, I would actually say the 3 to the 5 is probably going to be the key transitional shot, because if he gets from the 3 to that 5 ball, well, then he can do whatever he wants with the 5 to the 6. He underran that one just. No, I think he's okay. Yeah, he has the option to. I kind of like going
back,
forward
just come
here.
back a little bit. I like coming back just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Well, yeah, you don't want to go forward because you don't want to get stuck with the back angle. So yeah, I'm just looking at with where the bridge is going to be on the 7 ball. To dig into the cue ball might be really difficult to do without elevating your cue quite a bit. Okay, never mind. He's plenty off to the side. All right, no problem there. Just get past the line of the 6 ball.
Exactly. That's pretty good. Now, ideally, you kind of want to come straight on this 5, so you can just leave the white where the 5 is, because that would be the perfect shot. If you could just put the white where the 5 is, you can just screw up. You can either screw up north of the 7, or you can come into the left-hand side of the 7 for the top corner, or even for the right-hand centre. So straight in would be perfect. I think he's just got a little bit of an angle, so he's going to have to come across the other side of the 6 here.
Which actually, I actually like that a little bit more, because then you just want to get all the way over to the rail just above, or just below the 3rd diamond, basically. You'll be able to just then drift up to about the 4th diamond on that right long rail.
Yeah.
So you want to get it just underneath the 3rd diamond on the left rail.
Yeah, you don't want to be top side of the angle here. And you don't want to be straight. That looks pretty perfect. So he has options here. He could draw straight back up table.
Yeah, I like that shot. I don't like bringing that.
Float across. I
like getting
don't like bringing the rail into play here.
Yeah,
I like straight back up table here.
But I do draw it all the way to the end rail. I get all the way down there. Yes. Yeah. So
straight up the center line. Yeah, straight up the center line of the table.
I'm getting yelled at. I'm sorry, everybody. I switched the score. I apologize. Nicely done there. Beautiful shot.
Yeah, that's pretty perfect.
Yeah, we can take
a little bit of an angle, so he's got a little bit of an angle, so he can roll forward and come out, or he could even probably.
I like drawing it back slightly. I like drawing it back just a little bit.
Depends on how much angle he's got, really. He may be worried that it depends how hard he feels he can play into that centre pocket, because he's going to have to put quite a draw on it to avoid the 9. So he's going forward here because he was worried that he couldn't just get the angles moved just a little bit much.
No reason to leave this one short. Get it way out there. Yeah, I like
yeah,
that.
Exactly. Centre table's perfect. you stay short side on this?
No, I don't. I draw. I probably go a center ball hit here and go out 3 rails. I kind of cut it to the out. I kind of cut it to the outside of the pocket. Maybe just put a little bit of inside spin on it and come around 3 rails. And that's.
I like either drawing back and leaving yourself a cut on the 9, or just leaving it short side. I don't like taking the 3 rails here.
The only part I don't like about coming straight back at it is if you clip the 9, you're in trouble. It's really hard to get in trouble if you go forward 3 rails. If you clip this 9 here, you're in a lot of trouble. Okay, so he just.
I'm not surprised he played that. Yeah, I'm not surprised he played that.
It's not a bad shot. It's he just now has. The only problem I don't like about this shot is your cue ball's always going to be close to the rail on the 10 ball now.
It's not an issue really for these guys. These are problems that you look for in a rack, which you don't really need to be looking for. Certainly not for these guys. If he can land on the middle bag, just a little bit far. I think he was trying to leave it on top of the middle pocket, which meant he could get his cue in nicely in behind on the cue ball. But even though these are shots these guys practice.
Yeah.
But off the rail, all the diamonds with the 10 on the spot, you know.
Yeah, and what I think I've said this about a trillion times on the stream thus far. These are shots that the players have played somewhere between 6 and 7 billion times.
Mm.
Nicely done. Center pocket.
No problem for Alex. He ties up at 1-1. Back over to Tyler. Tyler's played 1 rack less, so the advantage is still with Tyler. See how he gets on with this break.
I think Tyler's
got his
red
rush out.
Cameras are sagging now. This I don't remember there being this much angle for the last time. I'm going to fix it though. This is going to be fantastic. Look at that. Five down again. Other wing ball.
2 balls in the center. He's gone round the 4 rails with a 9. And the 3 ball is
getting in trouble.
No, 3 ball's okay. 3 balls in the open. He just needs to make sure he gets on the correct side of the 2 ball.
There.
So
Now it's
we've
no
got
longer
140
tilted.
viewers. Please share. Let's see if we can pump these viewer numbers up. We'll get everybody involved. You got any questions for me or Nate, or any questions for the players? Let's see them. We'll do our best to answer any questions.
I think the 3 ball's probably going to have to play it into the same pocket as the 1 ball, I think. I think the 6 ball covers up enough of the 3 ball that he can't make it into the bottom right.
Well, I think he can make it comfortably into the bottom right.
You think so?
Yeah.
Big
I'm pretty
drops
sure
right
that's where
there.
he's going to play it. That's where he's going to play it as well.
He's going to have to now.
He's going to be jacked up slightly. I think he just comes up, on that line. He'll screw this in.
Go to the
Top
2
rail,
rails.
side rail.
Yep.
Yeah, it's top rail, side rail. And come into this. Come into the 6. He'll want to come in to the angle on the 6 from the side rail, because that gives him the most room for error. If he just comes straight from the top rail, then there's a lot that can go wrong, or more that can go wrong, really.
Yeah. Well, Chris has a question for you, Jimbo.
Go on then.
How are you feeling about your match with Albin?
Who?
The disrespect. The disrespect, Jim.
No, listen. I'm delighted to get as far as I got. I'm in the quarterfinals. I'm playing against the number 1 seed. I'm not supposed to win this match, but if Albin gets himself, if I keep playing the way I've been playing, I need luck on my break, and I need him to have bad luck on his break. He's got a proper break. I've got a hit and hope break. If mine goes, if I get a little bit lucky and get some and make balls and get some open tables, I'm running them out most of the time. So I don't know. I'll try and hang with him, put a bit of pressure, and hope that his break lets him down. 'Cause he's not going to miss balls. If he gets balls in the break, he's not going to miss much during the rack. So I'll just go out there and try and enjoy myself. I don't expect to win, but it'd be nice if I can make a bit of a match of it and put a bit of pressure on him, maybe make him work for it.
Nicely done there. That's beautiful.
Whatever happens, I walk away with 5th place, and I'm delighted with that. So the 7 to the 8 looks like the 10 ball's a little bit in the way, but for what you would naturally do. So he may just aim to make the 6 here and then go center table with the cue ball for the 8. There is another big shot he could play to get himself on the 8. He could leave himself an angle on the 7 to screw around 1, 2, 3, 4 cushions, possibly 5 to get behind the 8. He could really hit this one really hard. Bottom rail, left side rail, then right side rail, top cushion. I think he thinks he's got a little bit of a gap that he can get under the 10.
Yeah, I think he just needs to. This is the one where you just focus on missing the 10 ball closely.
Yeah, I don't like that shot, but he's played it really well.
Yeah, well, it's not too bad as long as you actually focus on the 10 ball. I think that's an easier transition if you focus on missing the 10 ball just underneath it, because you know that if you miss underneath the 10 ball, you're going to be okay along the way. So
Yeah.
you hit the right speed and you focus on just missing the 10 ball and you're good.
Jessica Westbrook. No, the finals will be played after the semi-finals. So we have the 2 semi-finals and the final all being played on Tuesday. So 3 matches on Tuesday. So back over to Greece, to Alex, out nicely in his second rack. See if he can replicate that break with a beautiful break in his second rack there. If he can keep replicating that for the rest of the match, then we'll be on to a good match here. Alex also has the red rush in his hand.
I think most of the players that are still remaining are playing with that, except for you, Jim, I think.
I don't have the red rush. I've got the shaft, the rush shaft on my BK3. There you go, 2 balls in the centre pocket. You hit that perfectly. Look at that. The 9 ball come around to make it 3.
Yeah, I know that Albin's using it.
Yes,
I think Denis is using it as well. So I think at least 4 of the remaining. How many we got left?
It's a beautiful looking cue.
4 of
Beautiful
the remaining
cue.
7 players are using it.
Lovely cue. I'd love to have one, but
You're not a sponsored
I
player.
don't think I'm not a sponsored player, and I really don't think it's going to make that much difference to my break. Like I said, I just smash them as hard as I can. So it doesn't really matter what colour my cue is.
Not a lot of strategy.
Not a lot of strategy in my 10 ball break, no. Not really. So just roll forward here. He just wants to make sure that he gets through the white here. It's easy to just jab this a little bit and not get the white moving forward.
It's not the easiest of shots.
You know, you have to really make sure that you get through the white and you're not scared of touching the 1 with your on the way through kind of thing. Some people come off this a little bit because they're worried about a push and then they don't get through it.
I think I like playing the 1-8
There you
combination.
go.
To
He's
be
played
honest.
it nice. Yeah, he's played that well.
Yeah, he played it really nice. But I'm not afraid. I'm not too afraid of that 1-8 combo because you can hit it soft enough that your 1 ball's easily going to be playable into the top right.
Yeah. So I just screw back to center table here.
I think I just stopped the cue ball right where it's at. Oh, he's got a little angle. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I think he's got a little angle. I think he's got to come up table slightly. Yeah, there you go.
No.
Oh, wow.
I did not expect that.
No, you can't afford to be making those misses the way that Tyler's break involves. Okay.
Yeah. So Tyler has a 2-1 advantage going into.
And he has a rack in hand.
Yeah, with a rack in hand. We did see Wischek jump out to an early lead that he was not able to hold. So it certainly doesn't mean you're going to lose the match from here, but you don't want to have too many of those.
There's still a long way to go.
Lots of match. Yep.
But you would really expect these guys in a race to 9 to only need. I would be thinking that they should only really be needing 12, maximum 13 racks to get to the 9.
Ooh,
assuming their break is working.
Yeah, I mean that's a big assumption to make.
That's it. You don't. But that's it. It has to be included. You're factoring in dry breaks here as well. Somebody like Tyler, they're not going to have that many dry breaks. But Federer's got a cracking break as well, and he had a dry break in there. You know, so they can happen. And you would say that out of all those racks, you know, maybe one bad layout, a couple of balls get tied up, and you can miss 1 ball. I think 4 is probably the maximum that you would expect them to fail on, really.
Well, we've seen what happens with even top players when your break starts to go in this format. It goes fast.
Oh, it can go south very quickly, and the natural reaction is to start hitting them harder, and that doesn't give you more chance. Just hitting it harder is not necessarily giving you more chance of making a ball.
And sometimes it decreases your probability.
Yeah.
You're hitting them too hard for the pockets to accept.
So this one broken nicely again for Tyler. 6 to 7 is the only thing he has to be just maybe slightly careful about. But I think he can even go both sides of the 7 to make it, if necessary. So it's not really an issue, I don't think.
Let's take a good look at the side view here. I think he could hit this with just a high outside shot, and hit just to the right of the side pocket here, and just drift out center table. I suspect that's probably what he's going to elect to do. Take a look at the side view again. Yeah, so I think that's what he's doing. Just a high outside just before the side pocket and just drift out. Nicely done.
Nicely played.
Nicely played there.
So he's got options here. He could go forward and bounce back out for to there. So he'd go forward via the side rail back out to just north of the 10 ball. He could also screw up table and play the 6 into the bottom right-hand pocket.
I think he's got too much
I think
angle.
he's made his choice. He's going to go forward and back out again.
I think he's got too much
And again,
angle to screw it.
Yeah, and he just wants to be anything except straight, really.
Let's take a good look at this. The 7 ball, it doesn't look like will be available into the top right, but he can go forward with just a high outside hit here and come around 3 rails for the 7 into the top right. Or he could hit it with inside spin and get to the rail and come across the top side of the 10.
I think he can come low enough that he's coming across table. I was thinking he maybe could come low enough to cut it into the bottom left, and that would give him a natural angle up towards the 8 ball.
I don't think he can make it there. Looking at the side view, I don't think he can get it there.
Then he just
runs
goes
it
forward
wrong.
on it.
Yeah, high outside, probably 3 rails.
No, just forward and back across.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I thought I saw him queuing on the outside of the cue ball.
And you don't want to be on the rail here. He's got a little bit of a gap. He can jack up slightly if he wants and punch 2 cushions, or he can come forward. Forward's more of the speed shot, the jacking up and coming round back.
I don't think he has enough angle to get to 2 rails.
He's going 2 rails.
Yeah, I think he's got to go forward 2 rails. I don't think he has enough. I don't think he has enough angle to be able to get.
To
bottom
jack
2.
up. Yeah.
It's pretty straight. It's coming up just a little bit short here, but it's pretty good.
Okay. This is going to be one of these ones. He's going to have to play this a bit. I don't know how his table really plays. He said last match that it started to get quicker and quicker as he was playing. So this might have to be pretty much pocket speed here.
There is a question about the title sponsor to this event, and it is from Chris. What is Poison? Oh, he missed that shot. All right. So let's get over to Alex quick. Alex, you are up. So Poison is it's a line of cues by Predator. It is their kind of medium tiered, lower to medium tiered costing cues. But I was hoping to not have to get rid of all the cues because I actually kind of wanted to hold on to these. They actually hit pretty good. As unbiased as I can say, they do hit pretty good. They hit really good for the selling points on them.
Oh, and that 5 ball just stayed out and he's going to be dry. Oh. So Tyler misses a ball and gives Alex a chance to get back into this. And unfortunately, how that 5 ball didn't go in, I have no idea.
So over to Tyler. So there's a question, Jessica Westbrook, will the finals be Wednesday? Did you already answer this one, Jim?
I did, yes. Everything's played on Tuesday.
Yeah,
Semi-finals, 2 semi-finals, and the final played on Tuesday.
Fedor did win. Great shot. Yes, it was. I don't know what the shot was, but I imagine it's probably great. That is in Spanish, and I do not, unfortunately, I do not read Spanish that well.
No hable español.
No hablo español. Lo siento.
There you go. Philip Stojanovic just joined us. Hi, Philip. How are you? Good player, Philip.
Well, he's got a trophy in the background of his profile picture, it looks like, so he must be pretty good. 5 balls.
He's won some stuff.
Low.
He's won some stuff.
Man, Tyler's just breaking the balls terribly. He's only making 1 ball. It's just very poor
effort.
I know.
It's actually it's a bit ugly to watch, really.
Yeah, it's when he's not making 4 balls on the break every single time. It's
it's a bit boring. I might go and watch someone else.
It's a good thing he's got such a pretty haircut, or we'd have nothing else to watch with this poor performance of breaking we're seeing. He's broken the balls dry like once, in this entire tournament, I think.
Okay. So again, everything's out in the open.
Got a good spot there. He's able to just draw back about 4 or 5 inches. I don't know. He probably wants to get on the right.
Wait.
Go ahead.
When you're running a rack, Nate, do you have the confidence to point to the table where you want to have the cue ball with your position? Do you have the confidence to do that and risk making yourself look a bit silly when you end up 3 feet away from where you pointed on the table?
Okay, so when you're saying this at this got very specific at the end of this, and I think it's just you taking a shot at me at this point.
It's not. No. I asked this. No. It's not. I'm not. I'm asking your opinion on this. I see players at a level that they will do that, and I say to them, "You shouldn't do that." Because you're not good enough to get it there most of the time. So you're going to make yourself look a little bit silly, by doing it. I do it in my head. I try my best not to actually to do it during the match because it just puts more pressure on myself to actually get the white, especially if people are watching. To actually get the light to where I'm pointing.
The way I address this one when I'm teaching is I don't like picking points. I like picking lines. So I teach lines, I teach windows, I teach funnels is really what I teach. So I'm not a huge fan of picking points. There's shots where it doesn't really matter. You have to pick a point, but I'm not a huge pointer on the table, and it has nothing to do with what you said. I'm generally speaking, if I'm playing my best game, I feel like there's a pretty good chance I'm going to get my cue ball within a 2-inch circle of where I'm pointing. And if I'm not playing well enough to have that confidence, I would never do it to begin with because I'm completely guessing on where my cue ball is going anyways.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I do the same. I try a lot of the time if I'm picking somewhere, I'm picking a point on the rail where I want to
That's
contact.
what I do. That's exactly where I do. And when I call patterns, I do the same thing in the commentary box. So like right here, Tyler's gonna want his cue ball to hit about 1 inch above the second diamond, or the third diamond, I should say, about 1 inch above the third diamond, and we can see the side view. So that's exactly where it was, 1 inch above the side, or the third diamond. That's how I play my positionings as well. I do that. I pick points on the rail because. It's very, very easy. I find that players are very, very easy, or very, very, very able, I should say, to hit points on the rail, but they're very, very poor at hitting points on the table. So
exactly.
Yeah.
If you know which point in the rail is going to give you the line towards that, generally you're closer to the rail with the cue ball than you are to the place where you want the cue ball to end. So give yourself the easiest angle or the easiest opportunity by just picking a point that's closest to the cue ball as possible. And then it's all about your speed.
Correct. Yep. And if you pick the correct points on the rails, your speed doesn't really matter all that much because you're playing the line.
If you're coming on the correct line. If you're coming on the correct line.
Yeah. I shouldn't say that it doesn't matter at all, but it matters less and less and less. So back over to Alex. Mm-hmm. That brings the score to 3-1.
3-1. Alex needs to get his break going here.
And Alex should get the rack advantage.
Whoa! I have to give a shout out to this person because this is like the coolest name I've seen so far come up on the chat. Mindy Moonlife. Hello, Mindy Moonlife. Welcome.
Mindy Moonlife.
Hope you're enjoying it. Yeah, Mindy Moonlife. And he's hit that so well. Oh, he's hit that perfect. Look where the white stopped. The cue ball just came straight back off the park and stopped dead in the center on the blue spot. And he doesn't have a ball.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, Tyler, I see, is still racking, so we'll use this opportunity to keep the sponsors happy. Yay, advertisements.
We love you, sponsor.
And, of course, we're back. It's always perfect timing. Jim, you're making me nervous. Why aren't you saying anything? You haven't gone this...
I'm reading some comments. Chris Guntanis is making a couple of nice points about what we were talking about. Saying it's sort of a mental thing. You're getting your brain to give you to have a finishing spot in your instead of playing for areas.
Yeah. I think that's
zones.
Well, if
it's a good point, and
well, it kind of goes to what we were talking about though, because that's kind of how people think that they need to play positioning, and it's a good point that like instructors teach that way, but I hate it when they teach that way, because it really is a bad way of teaching, because you should be picking points off of the rail. I think if you're telling somebody to pick a point on the table and hit that point, I mean, you're just setting them up for failure. You just can't do that very often.
They have to know how to get there.
Yeah, it's the idea that you want to pick a line off of the rail so that even if you don't hit the speed that you're hoping for, you're not getting yourself into trouble. Right? So that's where I see a lot of I see this a really lot with like kind of advanced intermediate players. So if I were to put a target around like Fargo, maybe 575 to 625, is I see a lot of players who try to be like pin. They think because that at some point in time in their life they've had this 1 hour stretch where they've played perfectly and every single shot that they've hit was exactly how they wanted to, and you know they hit every single shot in the center of the hole, and they hit every single pinpoint positioning within an inch. They think that because they did that at one point in time that ability is in them and they could play that way all the time, but nobody can play like that all the time. So you need to play not for how you need to address the game not as how can I play my best pool, and it's really more about how can I bring up the worst level of my pool so that the worst level of my pool is still good enough. And I think that's the Ralph Souquet kind of model, where Ralph Souquet was never one of the top players in the world, but the guy has probably the most championships of any player maybe on earth today, because his second best game was better than everybody else's second best game by leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I think it's a process as well. If you watch Tyler, he points at his spots on the table, but the chance that he gets there is fairly high.
Yeah.
And he knows where he needs to contact already in order to get there, and it's in his head. It's ingrained into him, kind of thing. Whereas I think if you're talking about people getting up past the 550s, 600s, 650s, up to the 700s, it's a process. You have to learn the patterns to get round there in the first place before you start saying, you have to get into that quarter of the table.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to get into that quarter of the table, there's no point picking a spot within that quarter. So first you learn, how do I get to that quarter, and then you can narrow it down to picking an exact spot. Yeah.
And Chris, that's exactly right, Chris. So I think going back to the game, Tyler bumped that 8-ball to try to make his positioning from the 4 to the 5 a little bit easier. But I was going to say he ended up making it a lot harder, so he had to really, really cheat that pocket to try to keep his cue ball there. So we're back over to Alex. Alex gets a bit of a chance there.
We're still at 3-1.
Yeah, Alex did take the first break, and so they have played the same amount of racks now. If Tyler would have been able to sneak out of that rack 4-1 with the same amount, that's a lot.
Yeah, they both played 5 racks. Scores 3-1 to Tyler.
So really the difference thus far, and this is the conversation we had at the beginning of the day, was what is Alex's break going to do for him? So let's, he's had 2 dry breaks and he's had 1 missed ball. Actually, no, I think he's had 3 dry breaks, hasn't he?
He's had 3 dry breaks, yeah.
And here's another one, it looks like. Is the 9-ball going to get
there?
he's made it.
He made the 4. He made the 5 in the middle as well.
Oh, okay, he made the 5-ball in the middle as well. Okay, I know in the qualifiers he was really getting lucky with the 9-ball. He was making that really, really accurately. If it didn't get kicked, it was usually going, and that actually saved him several times. Usually the 4-railers don't go if you don't make one of the side pockets, just because there's so many more balls rolling around on the table for it to get kicked and stop. But he was pretty consistently having that 9-ball still go for him.
Yeah, I think the conversation we had was that this match will be if somebody's going to miss shots, it looked more likely to be Tyler based on what we saw in the groups, and if somebody was going to lose their points from the break, it was going to be Alex. So it was all going to be about that. Yeah, Alex's break against Tyler's runouts, really.
Yeah, and
it's kind of worked out like that.
It has worked out that way.
Tyler's missed a couple of shots, and Alex has had 3 dry breaks.
Yeah, Yeah, Tyler did miss. The 8-ball was a very, very missable shot, and the way that he had played positioning, I guess from the 1 to the 2, made that 3-ball a little bit more missable too, because you have to hit it perfectly to the outside of the pocket to give it that chance.
Yeah. Correct.
But that's how it's kind of playing out here. Although Alex did miss. Which ball did he miss? Did he miss the 6-ball? Was it?
I'm not sure anymore. Oh, we played that with a lot of English there.
He hit that
A
one.
lot of right hand side there.
Hit that well.
Yeah.
Cue ball's going to just come off the cushion one time. He wants to
4 passes
maintain.
to 7, I think.
Yeah, he basically wants the 4-ball or the cue ball right where it's at for the 4-ball.
Yes.
But if he wants it on any side, if he wants it on the right side of where it's at, as opposed to the left side, and he's going to get it to the left side, it's still going to be okay. But now he's going to have to shoot the 6-ball into the side pocket from a little bit more distance, because I don't think he can quite get to that. I don't think he can, unless he really pounds this, he's not going to be able to get the cue ball to that left rail and out.
He can draw back up table and back out again, I think.
And that might be what he elects to do, but I still think I like the 6-ball into the side pocket from here. No, maybe I don't. That's pretty far down. Yeah, I like your shot. Come up table. So
Oh, he's okay here.
yeah, it just needs to go over and back out to about the center of the table.
Mm-hmm.
You want the cue ball just about right in between where the cue ball and the 6-ball is now. That'll give you a good angle to get from the 7-ball to the 8-ball. Nothing wrong with this.
You can come around there 2 rails.
I think
Spin this in.
you can come 2
Spin
rails.
it in.
You could also just hit straight high ball, and I think you're okay on the left side of the 10. Either way is fine. Now you're probably going to go, well,
Just straight up and down here,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I think straight up and down. Straight up and down with a little bit of inside to play the 10-ball into the bottom right, I think. Or do you go
You
to the other side?
you stay left hand side of the 10 here.
I think so too, because the 10-ball's shaded ever so slightly to that side. He's coming to
no,
the
you
right
come to the
side.
side.
Nothing wrong with it either way. It's a feeling shot regardless.
It's a standard shot for these guys both ways.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so this is going to bring it back to 3-2. But Tyler will have a break in hand.
We'll give a big shout out to Ken Steyer. He's in the chat room now, watching his son play. Tyler has, of course, everybody knows how supportive Sky Woodward's parents and family is, but Tyler has also one of the most supportive families in the industry.
Yeah, see Tyler's break here. I think he was about 11 years old the last time he broke dry.
Jim, this has got to be a question for you, I think. Do you think it's harder to break on the Brunswick that Alex is playing on, or the diamond that Tyler's playing on?
I will be, in my opinion, it's more to do with the balls. When you're breaking 10-ball, if you're looking to make the balls into the center pockets, the standard ones, of course, an old cloth, an old Brunswick, or a slippy one, that's going to change your 4 railers. Your 7 and your 9, the 4 railers. But making directly into the middle pocket, it really doesn't matter, in my opinion, what you're playing on, because it's all about your balls and how they track away from it. So if you've got your balls, if your balls are nice and clean, new balls, get them nice and tight in the rack, then it doesn't really matter what table you're playing on. You should still be making the balls into the center pockets if you hit it well enough.
Yeah, the only difference then becomes, the biggest difference then becomes what do the tables bank like as far as the 4 railers. I know the diamonds, the diamonds bank a little bit shorter than those Brunswicks do.
A new cloth or an old cloth, it's always going to slide a little bit more on the new cloth. But your balls are going directly in. It's the same as playing 9-ball. You play 9-ball on the spot. 9-ball with 1 on the spot. It doesn't matter what table you're playing in. You're still going to make that ball into into the corner every single time. Doesn't
wing
matter
ball,
what
yeah.
cloth you're playing on.
Yep.
Yeah, the wing ball always going to fly in. It doesn't matter. It's the ones that are going around the table and hitting rails. That's when your table makes a difference.
Yep.
So it's about the balls really for making the balls into the centre. Make sure your balls are nice and clean. Get them all together as tight as possible in the rack, and hit them well, and they'll go in. Doesn't matter what table you're on.
I think a nice little draw stroke over here to the. You want to be above the 7 ball if possible. That'll give you the best chance of getting from the 5 to the 6 easily. And above the 7 he gets to.
Okay, he's not going to be hampered by it.
No. Nope, you got just far enough. It's perfectly executed. Just probably forward. I think let's take a look at the side pocket, see how easy that 7 ball goes. So the 7 ball doesn't go easily to the side pocket, but it is available if he needs it. Now, I do not think he will try to use that because the 7 to the 8 would be very difficult with the delicate shot the 7 to the side would be. So I suspect the 7 ball, he might even come to the bottom side and play the pro side on the 7.
I think it all depends on the angles on the 6.
Yeah, so I think
he's got choices here.
Yeah,
he can screw in the offside of it, or he can just stun across. He can come forward.
I think
as
following
well
it
and
forward
come underneath it.
I think following it forward is the shot that I like here. And you can either make your decision right now if you want to play it into that side pocket, or if you want to get a little bit further to the left side of the table and playing the 7 into the top left. But I think
the only thing you don't want to do here is to play for the side pocket and end up bang on straight on it, because then you've got a tough shot up into the corner, and you've got no shot for position on the 8 ball playing on the set side.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but these diamond side pockets always have a little bit of wiggle room. Came up a little bit thin on this 7, but not too bad.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, he would like it to probably go maybe 6 inches, maybe 2 or 3 inches closer to the 7 ball, but he's still okay. Just a matter of potting this ball. Nicely done. Nicely done here. I think Tyler's going to be.
Looks like he's got a bit of an angle to go forward 2 rails. Might even take a 3rd rail, depending on how shallow he is on it. Just play the 2. It's going to come out nice. No, it's coming out nicely. Yeah.
He's fine. This is a nicely executed rack. He played great pattern the entire time.
This will take him to 4-2 ahead. Both players haven't played 6 racks.
You can see here the way he shoots that. It's a quote unquote easy shot, but he still gives it the respect that it's due. I like to see that out of Tyler's game. He never gets lazy on any shots. Every shot is just as important as the last to his game. I like that, and it's a great thing to learn. So yep, Alex is up. Maybe he's off in the corner smashing plates. Who knows? There he is.
No, I don't think there's been any plates getting smashed quite yet. They need him to get another couple of racks on the board here. 4-2 behind. Still early in the match. Still a long way to go.
Certainly. Yeah, Tyler's not even halfway there yet. He hit that a lot softer than his previous ones. He got the 5 ball down to the side pocket. I think this is the break that he was trying to do in the beginning of the match. Mm-hmm. But maybe a little bit of pre-match jitters, or maybe it just wasn't quite as loose. He did not hit it very well the first time. He hit it much better this time. The only thing with this now is you have a wall of balls, the 10, 6, and 9 ball, that are all covering up the 2 ball. I think you have to probably play this. I think I play this 3 rails forward in between the 4 and the 3 ball, and I think the 3 ball might have to go into the bottom right here.
Which one is the 2?
The bottom right.
Closest to the bottom right. Top close to the bottom right. Then I play through. I play around 3 rails here.
And then you leave your cue ball over on the right, and then you send your cue ball 2 rails to the left, and you probably play the 3 ball into the bottom
short
right.
Side.
Yeah,
short side on the 3. Yeah.
I think that's the pattern that I see. From there, it should be. From there, it's the 6 to the 7, because the 8 ball blocks the 7. New Jersey says no plates today, maybe a cue or 2. I don't think I've ever seen When I think of players with a temper, I don't think of Alex. Have you ever seen him get fired up?
I've never seen him get angry about stuff. No.
No, I've only seen him be about as consummate of as a professional as. I mean, even in the highest of moments. I mean, he gets a little bit. Of course, he gets a little bit sad. Of course, just like anybody. But like that's kind of what he does. Is he kind of gets like sad and almost droopy. But I've never seen him get angry, and that's why he's one of my favorite players in the world because he's just always is. He's always
wears his
exactly
heart
how
out,
you want
yeah.
him to be.
He wears his heart on his sleeve. You know exactly what he's feeling. But really angry, I've never seen him. But I think he actually might have come so nicely on this too here that he can just go forward with a little bit of right hand, a bit of left hand effect on it.
He's either come so nicely that he can do that, or he's hooked and he's going to be jumping. But
he's not hooked. I think he can make it. He's just deciding whether or not to come around the back or if he wants to go forward. Don't know how his table plays. Like we said, it looks like it's a reasonably old cloth in it, so I would think he should be able to go forward and just sort of. Yeah, he's going around the back.
So he'll be playing the shot that we talked about earlier. But he overhit it.
Overhit that.
It's not too bad, though.
He's not bad, but did he aim for the three there? That seemed like a bit of a bit speedy. Any shot.
I think he just got a lot deeper into the cue ball than he wanted to. I don't think he was trying to wrap that corner that tight. He's gonna have to roll this in. He can hit it with a little bit of pace. He's okay with there, but his cue ball is gonna end up being probably on this side of the table. So he's gonna be shooting it from the other side of the. I don't like hitting low on this because then you bring the 7 and 8 ball into play. But I think he is getting a little low into it. So the 7 ball could get big here.
It's a tough pot this now.
It is. He made the shot. And he
beautiful
got there.
shot.
What a beautiful stroke that was.
That's a cracking shot. I think that might be the best shot of the match so far.
I agree. Yeah, that's about as good as it gets. Yeah, Tyler's been boring. He's just been connecting the dots. He hasn't put himself into a position where he had to make a shot yet. Which is it's a compliment. It's it might come off as a little bit of a slight, but that is a compliment. Anytime you tell somebody
if every shot looks easy, you're playing well.
Yeah, if you're told that you're a boring pool player, it might sound like an insult, but that is an absolute compliment. You're keeping the game as simple as it needs to be.
So you screw back here for the 7 ball in the top right hand corner.
He's gonna have to control his cue ball one more time.
Yeah.
You power draw this one out off the left rail and play the 8 into the bottom left or the top left. You think?
It's difficult to see from the angle, but I also don't mind just screwing in towards the corner pocket and playing the 8 into the right center.
Yeah, this is kind of one
Depends
of those.
on the angle.
This is one of those Jim Telfer shots where you don't have to gauge it because you know the extreme of the low here. You like to play shots that are extreme because you know exactly how those interact or how those react. And I think this is one of those shots you just hit it extreme low, and that gets you plenty of action to get to the left cushion and back out to the right side of the table for the 8, just like that.
Yep.
Nicely done there. So just a little slow creeping draw towards the 9 ball, maybe about 8 inches of draw, something like that. And now he gets himself just a little bit funny. Maybe he has to pound this in pretty hard and get to the left side, or maybe he just kind of rolls it in and takes a thinner 10.
Just a little bit of a stun run through.
He looks pretty straight. I'm not sure how much he can get on it.
No,
yeah, beautiful shot. That right there is probably the toughest shot in pool to execute for amateur players. The hard hitting a ball's hard with the proper amount of follow.
Yeah,
that turns into a stop shot a lot, and it turns into following it way forward a lot.
Yeah. Pounding the ball in and getting the white just to trickle forward a little bit
it's the hardest shot in pool.
It's such a useful shot to be able to have as well.
Oh, if you master it, I mean, it's as good as it gets there. Wow.
Okay, so we're at 4-3 to Tyler. Tyler has 1 in hand. See what he comes up with here with this break.
I'm a little honored, Jim. Alex Lely just joined the Queued Up podcast discussion group.
Hello, Alex.
Alex
Cool.
is one of the best ambassadors for. Well, this is more like it for Tyler. This is why I said his breaks were terrible earlier. This looks like a Tyler Steyer break right here. So we have the score at 4-3, right, Jim?
4-3, Tyler.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex. Going back to Alex. Alex is one of the best ambassadors for pool I think that this game has to offer. As far as I know, he's obviously still a player. He can still play, with the tops of them. He might not be able to compete with them all the time, but he has a game that can compete with most players, if not every player in the world. But
I'll tell you what, he'll take action off almost anybody in one pocket at the moment. He loves it.
Yeah, he's been loving himself some one pocket for about 2 or 3 years now. He's probably the only player in all of Europe that I can think of that can compete with the top players in the U.S. in one pocket, short of a few players like Joshua Filler who just have so much talent that we've seen. The matchup with Tony Chon that he can just overpower the game.
Something like Tony Chon says, "How you want to play one pocket? What's that? Yeah, go on, I'll play it."
Yeah. I mean,
and then he just comes out with this crazy shots. Like, what's going on?
Man, he played. You want to talk about overpowering one of the toughest games in the sport of pool? Man, it was woof. But I think Alex Lely is one of the few Europeans who really can make an argument as one of the top one pocket players.
Yep.
Based off of their knowledge, not their ability to overpower the game. Maybe I should put that on.
No, he's got a massive, and he really believes in that. He really believes in telling the young players to diversify the games they play. Don't just stick to the standard 9-ball, 10-ball, 8-ball straight. You learn from every game. From every single game, you learn a little bit. And the more of the different games you play, the better it is for your overall game,
Yeah.
Which
John,
makes sense.
Yeah. John asked the question, who broke first? Alex did break first. So thank you, Ren. But yes, Alex did break first. Tyler won the coin flip and elected to defer. Since it's NFL Sunday, we will use some NFL terms. Is Alex on this year's Mosconi Cup team? Alex is not, unfortunately. Or I'm not.
Yep.
I'm saying unfortunately because I really like him as a player.
Yeah, both of these guys missing out this year.
Nicely done there. It's not a hard shot, but those are shots that if you don't give it 100% focus and effort, those shots can be missed. So nicely done for Tyler here.
So Tyler gets over the halfway mark, gets to 5. 5-3. We go back over to Greece, I guess Athens. Yeah, Kazabubu.
Who is on Team Europe? Well, Maria. That is Jason Shaw, Fedor Gorst, Albin Ocean. Oh, wait, let me start over. Jason Shaw, Albin Ocean, Fedor Gorst, Joshua Filler, and Eklanti Kachi.
Yeah. Captain Alex Lely, Vice Captain Carl Boys.
And Team USA
Alex.
is Shane Van Boning, Billy Thorpe, Sky Woodward, Justin Bergman, and Chris Robinson.
It's going to be a dry break for Alex again. Didn't seem to hit that one well.
All right, so back over to Tyler. He has the balls racked, and he is going to just go over and check them really quick just to make sure nothing moved. We can use this as an opportunity here to promote our raffles. These are the 3 cues we are going to be giving away at the end of the playoffs. Jim, do you want to tell them how they can get their entries in for them?
Check out the comments. See at the bottom of the comments, you see the pinned post. You get your entries in. It shows you all the ways you can do it via PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Facebook Pay. For every $5 that you donate, you will get 1 ticket in the lottery, which will be drawn at the end of the tournament after the final or the day after the final. 3 fantastic cues you could win. you could win all 3 of them if you've got enough entries in there. And for today, the person who makes the biggest donation of the day, or it could be several donations that accumulate, is guaranteed to win a Poison Break Jump Cue. So you get a lot of tickets in the raffle, and you guarantee yourself a break jump cue, a really nice cue if you need one, or if you just want one. And all the donations will go back to...
Did you just drop your AirPods, Jim?
I did. All the donations will go back to the players, and I'm back again. And we very much appreciate all your donations. And yeah, the cues are fantastic. Yeah, a beautiful Jacoby, custom Jacoby. Of course, the Cuetec, Shane Van Bonen Cuetec. Can't complain about that. And we have a limited edition. Is it a limited edition or a special edition?
The limited edition Predator Roadline.
Yeah, the Roadline. Nice cue as well.
Beautiful.
So,
all 3 of them are just absolutely stunning cues.
And yeah, so we appreciate all your donations. If you enjoy the stream and you just want to donate, if you want it all goes to the players, they'll appreciate it. The more support we get from you guys and also from the players, the more chance that we do another event and we can pump up the prizes. Already, this is the biggest prize pot there's ever been in Ghost Pool, in virtual online pool. So we'd love to keep that trend going and give you more in the next events. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. I know I have.
I've enjoyed part of it.
What part did you not enjoy? Watching me win.
I always root for you, Jim. I just can't tell you publicly. Yeah. We would if I started rooting for you, it would like really go against our like married for 20 years battle we have going on against each other.
Yeah, it would just be a bit weird and icky. Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Chris Contanis, I'm not sure if that's a serious question or not. You'll have to let me know if that's a serious question. If that's a serious question, I'll answer it. I'm not sure if it is though.
It's a brutal question as well.
Yeah. Okay. And that's why I don't know if it's real or not, to be honest with you.
Yes, let's not go there.
Well, I mean, if it's a genuine question, we can answer it and we can talk about it. But if it's not a genuine question, it's just a shot, then we'll leave it right there.
Yeah. So Tyler need to put a little bit of a stroke on this one if he wants to see.
I think this is one that I think that you draw this just a little bit, but you get all the way over to that left rail in between the second and third diamond on that left rail and come all the way back out. You hit this one, real solid. Not too much draw, but just enough to stay above the 7. Just like that. Beautifully done.
Okay, so he's got perfect here. He just needs to draw back on the 8. He just doesn't want to get to the end rail.
Yes, you want to be right about at that between the second and third diamond, but you want to be off the rail, of course. But that's kind of going back to where we were as far as picking points on the rail. I'm picking a point on that rail. Actually, you might be straight in. You might not be able to go at that rail. So now he's going to hit the outs. Oh, I thought he had a little bit of outside spin to lengthen it out. He's okay here. He's going to have to be a little thin on the 9 too, but thin on the 9 isn't scary because that actually helps you get back down to the 10 ball. So there's nothing wrong with this. Yes, and thank you to Little Chris. Little Chris has been like amazing about helping us out with the YouTube feeds and sharing the content, and he actually jumped in for some commentary as well. So big shout out to Little Chris for all you've done. But yes, we do have the Poison Jump Break Cue today up for grabs, and he is given a link to it, so you can go over and check it out if you would like to, if you're interested in that. Currently, we have a tie for first place of $100, which is very, very generously donated from Jessica Westbrook and Stephen Hall, who actually I just saw Stephen Hall jump back into the stream recently. So shout out to you. And then just behind both of them is Kyle Boutte, I believe, and he had just a slightly less than that. So thank you to Kyle as well, who just actually commented today. Where are we at for the queue today in donations? We are at, so the leaders I just said are $100 for the day.
So basically, a $200 or I don't know how much it is, $250 jump queue,
Yeah.
jump break queue. If you donate $110, then you are in line to not only have all those tickets in the raffle for the amazing queues at the end, but you might get a $200 queue thrown in.
Yep. And of course, once we start the stream tomorrow, the moment I press start or go live on the stream, the bidding for that previous day is done, and whoever has the most is going to win that $210 poison jump break queue. Does this dry
Alex
again?
Going to be dry again.
Oh man, Alex is just.
I'm not sure. He seems to be
up against
continuing
it.
with the same break. I think it's time for him to switch it up here. Well, this
Yeah,
is going to get
he's-
away from him pretty quickly.
And I
He's
need to
6-3
update-
behind.
Yeah, I need to update Tyler's score still too. And so yes, you can get your donations anytime from now until tomorrow at the start of the stream. We are going live tomorrow, I believe, at the same time we did today, right? 11
Yes.
Central Time, 12 Eastern, and 6 o'clock Central European Time.
Correct. That is correct.
So let's go back. Yeah. Chris is just insulting. I figured it was probably a jab. So let's see here.
Oh, Putin's just appeared on my chat.
It's always good to see Putin in the chat. He's a
Yeah.
very avid pool player. Many people don't
And he's
know that.
he's clapping us as well, which
Yeah.
is good of him.
He always he likes to play pool from the back of his white horse. That's kind of his move.
Got a bit of Tom and Jerry going on as well. Yeah, somebody's enjoying their gifts. So back to Tyler. This looks like a pretty open rack for him again. 7 to the 8, but even that's not difficult.
And now I've been distracted. Oh no.
If you haven't already, please give us a like and a share.
Yeah, we are a little disappointed over in Wisconsin, of course, Chris. So, but Kiro may actually be real. Chris Robinson is he's a young up and coming player. I shouldn't even say young. He's 20. He's got to be maybe 25 or 26. Still young, I guess.
He's been hovering around the edges of Moscone for a couple of years now, I guess.
Yes, of course, and a great ambassador to the game. A very, very serious mentality to the game. He is so yeah, he's about a 25, 26-year-old player from Ventura, California, I believe. Yes, that is correct. New Jersey pool player. This was a $500 entry fee for this tournament. The loser of this match is going to make themselves $850. The winner is going to be playing still, of course, but the semifinals is $1,750. Second place in this event is $3,500, and first place for this event is $5,500. This was a $500 entry fee, $4,000 added. Thank you very much to our very generous sponsors along the way that have made that added money possible. And so this is a pretty steep entry fee for a lot of the players, especially after maybe not having an opportunity to make much money during lockdown in the last few months. So what we're doing with the stream donations, we are actually trying to give those entry fees back to the players. So we are, if we raise, there's, I guess, 12 players are cashing, which means that there are still 16 players who do not. So if we can raise up $8,000 and give all 16 of those players their entry fees back, that is what we're hoping to do, because ultimately at the end of the day we want to make an event that's very player friendly. So player friendly events is going to get more players playing in them. We're going to get to see top players, plus they're going to get to make a lot of money virtually, only giving a couple hours a day hopefully towards this. And we're going to be able to put a lot more events on in the future if the players want to play in the events. So we're trying to help them out as much as we possibly can.
Yep. If we all do our bit, then hopefully we can do something positive.
Yep.
The players do their bit. Myself and Nate will do our bit, and if we get the help of sponsors and donations, why not? This could, we do this again.
Yep. Absolutely.
We don't know how long we're going to be in this situation. I would love to go and play a tournament, but I don't see it happening very quickly.
So this is going to get Tyler to 7, it looks like. That's about as good as you could hit that ball.
Looking like going 7-3 ahead, and this match has got away from Alex a little bit.
Yeah, his break is just not helping him out any. I believe he had 5 dry breaks now. He's only missed one
4.
ball.
Yeah, at least 4. Yeah, at least 4. Could be 5 dry. Yeah. Tyler, so that's 4 in a row for Tyler.
So back over to Alex we go. Come on, Kazabubu. Let's see a big response here.
I'd like to see him give this just a little bit more. Give it a little bit of a hit.
Yeah, he was. Was he breaking dry when he was firing them? I know he switched around a lot. I mean, he's probably his hardest break and his softest break probably change. Probably 6 or 7 miles an hour by the end of it. I bet his softest was closer to 18, and his hardest was.
That's a bit harder. He said that one a bit harder,
and it's dry
again. That's
this
insane.
is just silly. This is just silly. It's just silly what's happening. All right, let's take a second to get some and advertising and keep those sponsors happy. Tyler is still racking the balls, so
get on with it, Tyler.
all right. It's almost always perfect timing.
Good on you, Tyler.
Five ball down, 4 ball down, 7 balls coming 4 rails. So he made
Jesus.
3 of the 4 balls he's trying to make. He did not fluke any that time, but he made 3 of those 4 balls. That's pretty good.
I'd love to try and find some sort of problem here, but I think even you could get out of this one, Nate.
I'm still trying to figure out how to get from the 1 to the 2 ball. A great man once said that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dominic Dunn and everybody who's been watching along the way. From the it seems like this event's been going on for years at this point, doesn't it, Jim?
It does seem like it's taken over my life slightly.
It just seems like it's. Oh man.
It was nice to have a rest day yesterday, but I was still spent the whole deal thinking about today and hoping that everything was going all right. And
yeah, yesterday was the first time I've talked to my wife, not in the comment box, and I think since this event started. I remembered. I found out from yesterday that she still likes me. She's not just ripping me apart all the time. She actually,
Okay.
The only time she said anything to me in 2 weeks was just ripping me apart in the comments, which has been hilarious, I might add.
Yeah, she's been a good laugh, your wife.
Yeah. To say the least.
Robert Bragg is watching us. Welcome, Robert. And your wife, there's Alicia again. That's accurate.
She's there to validate.
She's there. Okay, so he's come a little bit straight here.
A little bit of distance here. The straightness is okay as long as that 9 ball doesn't hinder it. He doesn't want to have that to change.
It's another
the
one
shot.
of those. It's another one of those stun run throughs, maybe. Punch it in and just come forward a little bit.
I think it's just a center ball hit here. I think is how I would shoot it. The center ball stops too much foul on it. just kind of drift forward naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle
Yes,
Kyle asked if I've been
track,
locked in my office. I have been. The show to make the event happen. It takes a little bit of work before, and it takes a lot of bit of work afterwards. So usually, even for those qualifier days, especially when we're live for 6.5, 7 hours for each of those days, those turn into long days because I got a decent amount of work to do before and quite a bit of work to do afterwards to get ready for the next day. So I did spend a lot of time in my office. Oh, here's a question I've been waiting to answer. Jessica Westbrook, have you ordered any t-shirts yet? I ordered 135 Cue It Up t-shirts yesterday, Jessica. And you are going to be getting one. Don't you worry about it. And if anybody else, why wouldn't I sell my own t-shirts, right, Jim? If anybody else wants a Cue It Up t-shirt, you can reach out to the page, or you can reach out to me individually, Nate Mindham, and we can let you know how to get that to get yourself a nice Cue It Up t-shirt.
There's Tyler going to 8. Tyler's on the hill. It's uphill. It's going to be tough for Alex now.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be pretty brutal from here. But
yeah,
we've seen weirder things. Oh, Jay, you're lucky it's your birthday, or I'd rip you apart. I'd just sit right here on this big platform I have and just talk badly about you. But it's your birthday, so I'm going to be nice. 4-ball down to the side pocket that time.
4-ball down.
The 5-ball almost went 2. The 9-ball's going to go.
The 9-ball's going to go in. Yeah.
So that's kind of the ball that's been saving him, but he gets the ball down to the side pocket as well. And that was like right in between the speed. It wasn't quite as hard as before, but it was definitely harder than what he started at.
Something pretty strange is going to happen now for Alex to win this match. I fear, but let's hope he can get out here and.
So we can let me jump in here, give some shout outs. We have a new leader for the individual day. Thank you very much, Kyle. You are now leading with the $110 donation. We really appreciate that, of course. And I gotta give a special shout out too. I mean, we appreciate all donations, but Sean Massey actually donated as well. And anybody who does not know, he's in charge of Massey Apparel. He sponsored one of my events in the past before, so we always love it when we can give shout outs to our sponsors, both past and future. Because of course, if we're going to continue doing these events, we want to highlight the people who are making the event itself happening. But we got there's a very small pool of sponsors in this event that allow these events to happen, so we got to make them happy. Check out Sean Massey's Facebook page to check out his apparel. It's great stuff. And of course, he donated to the stream, so you got to give him a little extra there. So appreciate that.
And Chris Guntanis, this is the last match for today. We have 2 matches again tomorrow at the same time. The other 2 quarterfinals.
1.5 matches, Jim.
I will let Nate tell you about what the matches are tomorrow because I think he's probably going to enjoy announcing one of them.
Who am I gonna get? I gotta get somebody to commentate with me. Maybe Maggie will jump in. Maybe Maggie will come back. Maggie, are you out there? You want to commentate with me tomorrow? Or Mark White. Mark White will be great. It'll be Mark or Maggie, one of the two.
Yeah, I like having Mark in my corner. He's always very positive when I'm playing. I like listening to him.
Well, yeah, he likes you.
What's not to like? Great out, Alex. Well done.
We don't have enough time left in the stream for me to answer that question, Jim.
You're a horrible person.
Yeah, you're right there. Maybe I can take that question on tomorrow. I think maybe with a full stream tomorrow, I'll have a chance to get through it.
So yeah, this is the last match for today. 2 quarterfinals tomorrow, starting at the same time as these ones, and then we will have our semi-final lineup.
Jay says, "Let my wife commentate." Well, I don't care, Alicia. You can come in here and commentate with me if you'd like. You can come say hi. That'd actually give me an opportunity to use the restroom. That'd be kind of neat. Gloria, we can get Gloria to jump in tomorrow too. That's a good opportunity to get Gloria involved. Maggie says, "Okay." But Maggie, you can only jump in if I see those push-ups. Oh, Kyle, I honestly forgot about what your shameless plug is. Post it again. I'll read it today for you.
So this is all about Tyler getting nice on the 2 ball so he can float down for the 3 into the right centre. And if you can get under the angle on that, it's a natural angle up towards the 5. This is we could just be a couple of shots away from the semi-final here.
Oh, that's right. We did promise Jim to sing for him today for his birthday. Are you ready, Jim?
We promised to sing for Jay for his birthday.
It's his birthday, man.
I didn't promise anything. I only sing for people who donate to the stream. He doesn't even have Sharer above his name.
He doesn't have Sharer above his name. What the heck, Jay?
He doesn't even have Sharer above his name. I'm not singing for him.
The guy that's on the board of this event.
Exactly.
We have 3 people on the board, and we can't even get a Sharer out of one of them. Jeez.
And he wants us to sing to them. Yeah, right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You've embarrassed yourself now, Jay.
New Jersey says, "I'm working on my English accent in order to get an invite to commentate." Oh, anything's better than a nasally Wisconsin. Wait, what?
Margaret says she's going to do her press ups tomorrow.
All right, well, maybe you'll get an invite to the commentary if you do.
Yeah, this is looking good for Tyler now.
Yeah, it is. He's got a good.
Yeah,
angle.
Alex is just we mentioned it beforehand. Alex's break would be one of the major deciding factors in this, and just unfortunately for him, it's just way too many dry breaks. I think we're counting at least 5. It could even be 6. That's it's just too many in this format.
Yeah, I mean the last match, Fedor ended up winning. Was it 9-6? And
9-5. Yeah.
Is it 9-5? No, was it 9-5 or was it 9-6?
5. 9-5.
Okay. Well, I know the Wischek had those 2 kind of uncharacteristic misses. I was thinking with those 2 uncharacteristic misses, Fedor went first, so I thought Wischek would have actually had an opportunity to answer.
Yeah, but this has been a good performance from Styler. You know, he missed a ball. He's missed a couple of balls early in the match, but this is going to be like 6 in a row if he gets out here to finish it off. So he'll have gone 9 out of 11.
Yeah, this is pretty good. That's pretty good. And we figured that he would. We figured that.
Yes, that's what we're looking at. I mean, he's getting 11. He's getting 11 goals at scoring a point. You know.
Yeah. He's never going to break dry. He just hits the balls way too good to break dry ever.
It's like the only time he's going to have a problem in the break is if he just gets an unfortunate kick, the white gets kicked in, because he's going to make the balls every time. It's a huge advantage for him.
Yeah. It really is. Yeah. So I think a big power draw here to go off this right rail, and back out to about the center of the pool table, but about 2 diamonds up table, maybe diamond and a half up table. Just like that. Got himself just a little bit straight on the 8 ball, but this is not a problem. He's able to easily get off the rail enough.
Yeah.
So real quick,
2 balls away from it.
Yeah. real quick to before the end of the match and then people start tuning off potentially. We are going to be live again tomorrow. We are starting up at 11 a.m. Central Time, 12 Eastern Time, USA, and 6 p.m. Central European Time. We're going to be live right then and there for our first matchup of the day, which will be between Albin Ocean and Jim Telfer.
Yeah, go on, Jim.
Beautiful, beautiful shooting by Tyler. Nicely done. He just never really gave Alex an opportunity with his break. Mm-hmm. So, Alex, I'm not sure if you are muted. If you're on.
Well played, Tyler. Strong.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Alex.
Very strong.
Yeah. So you can hear us. Okay. So Alex, I mean, it's Jim and I were talking before today started, and we were. Not sure if he's able to hear us or not. Okay. Jim and I discussed at the beginning of the tournament that, or at the beginning of today, that we thought you had a huge chance of winning this if you can get your break working like it did in the first and third set of your, the second and third set of your qualifiers where you didn't really break dry too much. But today was more like that first set of your qualifiers where the break just was not helping you at all. Oh yeah, we're not
you
able
have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, we're not able. He's unmuted. I think it's just. Yeah, we can't hear you, Alex, at all. Yeah, we can't hear you, Alex.
No, it's unfortunate.
Not sure what. I'm not sure what's going on there. But well, we can go to Tyler for now. Tyler, of course, we can basically flip the question around and say the same exact thing here. Is we kind of had the impression that for Alex to win this, it was going to have to be because he broke the balls really well. And for you to lose this, we were going to have to say that you were going to miss a lot of shots because your break just is. You just put so much work into your break that you never have to worry about breaking dry. So, yeah, you made the balls. You went 9 for 11 racks. You went 11 for 11 on your breaks, and that seemed to be the difference in the match. What did you think?
Yeah, I mean, when you break well, it takes a little heat off of when you're playing position and you're running out. And then when you run out well as well, it takes pressure off of breaking well too, because you feel like even if you do hit them a little bad, you can still get out. But yeah, I made 2 mistakes there. Where we're human, but I try not to make those mistakes. I feel like I should have ran out first 9 really. There was no reason I shouldn't. So just hopefully I continue playing that well or better against Federer and go from there.
Yeah, the 8 ball that you missed, which was your first miss. I mean, that one you could pretty much flip a coin on that one. That one was that was a tough shot. The second one was a little bit.
I never should have been there. I got froze on the rail to shoot the 7, so it wasn't the 8 that I missed. It was the position on the 7 that I messed up.
Correct. Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. The other one, I would say you probably made one big mistake, and that was the shot that you missed on the 3 ball into the side pocket. And again, there was another positional error that you tried to flick off the edge of the 8, I believe, to open that up for the 5 a little bit easier. And got
it was a super weird out. So I was trying to figure out, to tick you off a ball or what to do. And it was a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, but I think Alex, maybe you have your cameras working. Are you able to hear us?
You can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. There it is.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I see the previous matches of Tyler, and I knew that if I have to win, I have to at least not to break dry. So right now it happened exactly the opposite. So the way he played against me, like he played also his previous matches, it was really tough to win. He played I think he ran out 9 out of 11 breaks. Yeah. And to beat that, at least you don't have to break dry. So it's all right. He played perfect, and I think he deserved this win. He played almost perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah.
Good shooting the whole tournament. Congratulations on the success you've had the last couple of years. You've been playing really well, so good shooting.
Thanks.
Yeah. and we're seeing some of the classiest players in the game today. So it's great to see this kind of sportsmanship. Alex, so we've had the opportunity to watch you from the beginning. It has been the break coming down to you. What have you learned maybe from playing in this event that you might need to work on going forward with your game?
Well, what I learned is that I don't have to. You don't have to break dry. If you break dry, it's almost
Game over. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it's tough.
That's what I learned.
Wasn't a difficult lesson to learn.
You know, when you're playing a tournament and you have an opponent, sometimes even if you break dry, you can play some safeties, and maybe you can. I mean, it's also bad to break dry with an opponent, but you can play some safeties or push outs, and maybe you will win the rack. But here, if you break dry, that's it. So.
Yeah.
For now, what I learned is you don't have to break dry.
Don't break dry.
That does seem.
Yeah.
So we're getting up with the split screen. That's a good. Yeah. So Alex, I guess in hindsight, this is kind of the first event that we've done here. Would we have a confirmation out of you that would you like to play something like this again? You think?
Yeah, it was fun. When with all these things going on with COVID and everything, and it's a fun tournament to play. You can play in your table at home or in your club, and it's nice that just being safe. So I think it's
That's great to hear.
Yeah, Nate. The nice thing is you're not stuck $2,000 or $3,000 between travel expenses, to play an event. So you can pay $500 to play, and you lose, no big deal. It's $500. Whoop-de-ding.
Yeah.
But, it's a nice little event. I think we're doing the best that we can with the situation that we have.
Yeah.
And I think
that's the idea. Yeah.
Yep. And I think we might end up doing something like this, but complementing the player schedule. So maybe we'll run another event like this, but only run it instead of running it for 2 weeks straight. Maybe we'll run it for 4 or 5 weeks straight, but only play on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I think that's the way that these future virtual events need to go, to complement the player schedule instead of conflicting with other events. We try to just add these in to complement additional events for them. I think that's the future of these.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, Tyler, congratulations. We will see you on Tuesday in the semi-finals.
And you'll be playing against Fedor.
Thanks, Jim.
And Alex, thanks very much for playing.
Thank you also.
Your check will be in the post. Congratulations with your 5th place.
Thank you.
Yep.
We'll speak to you soon, yeah?
Yes. That is an $850 purse for Alexander Kazakis, and of course Tyler's going to be continuing on for the grand prize.
I'm gonna buy my PlayStation 5 now.
FIFA.
That's a great response right there. Oh, that's a great response.
I'm not joking. I'm really gonna buy it.
All right, Alex. We expect to see a live video of you purchasing a PS5, and I want you to tag the podcast page so we can see it.
All right. Fair enough.
All right, everybody. Well, like we said, Tyler, we will see you again on Tuesday for your semifinals and potentially finals match. We will be finishing out the tournament on Tuesday. Other than that, we can get one more plug in here for these are the beautiful cues that everybody can win. There is from left to right is Shane Van Boning per lesson. It's the same exact cue that Shane Van Boning plays with. As Jim says, if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for you. The middle cue is a Jacoby custom cue, a $1,200 Jacoby custom cue. And the right cue is a beautiful limited edition Predator Road Line. All of them are amazing cues. You can get your donations into the stream. Every $5 gets you an entry into it. And of course, the individual largest donator of the day is going to win themselves a Poison Jump Break cue just for donating for that day. So currently the highest bid on that is Kyle Boutte. If you're interested in getting that, you can always reach out to myself or the podcast page to find out how you can get into that. And other than that, Jim, thank you so much for joining me in the booth today.
You are welcome, and I will be in the booth again tomorrow for one of the matches.
Yes, the next time we see you, Jim, you'll be playing your matchup against Albin Ocean. So we're all looking forward to that.
I hope Albin's been practicing.
He's gonna need it. He's gonna need it, isn't he? All right. Well,
We'll see.
congratulations to Tyler and Fedor for moving on. Thank you very much, Alex, for partaking in the event, and to Wishcheck as well.
Thanks also.
All right, thanks guys, appreciate it.
Yep. And everybody
Yep.
else, we will
Thanks,
see you
everyone.
tomorrow.
Yep. Thanks everyone for watching. Tune in again tomorrow.